Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Ever Tavern. I'm your host Nitsify, and welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. In case you didn't know, this is a campaign about pirates, liberating islands, destroying the navy, just creating random recipes out of thin air because their patron is a witch. Seducing gnolls apparently, and having dogs on a ship while being a demigorgon who actually isn't a demigorgon. Welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. For those who don't know, in the last episode, the pirates did things, specifically watched a goddess die before their very eyes, and then faced off against the guardian of that said goddess that woke up from its hibernation, became very angry very quickly, and then got to deal with that. And luckily, with the quick thinking of the warlock of the party using banishment, they avoided an entire boss fight. So, honestly, good for them. Can't even really be mad about that. Besides that, they kind of avoided a fight with one of the Navy admirals, quote unquote, and the other one died to the Guardian before they could get there. They gotta meet up with the Phalar pirates, who I'm pretty sure you guys asked them to be part of the fleet, so they're technically a part of the fleet now. And you guys have continued to sail off into now the Inger Haze, where the haze in the sea is quite literally thick, and it never goes away. It's basically permanent fog. But we have some players here today. Speaking of the man who said yes, we have Acrid, who plays Demigorgon boy Loki.
Hi.
So a fun fact? Or, I figured at this point I wouldn't need to say it, but yeah, you got a fun fact?
Nope.
Damn. Right. Sorry everybody. Once again, no fun fact for Loki. You never get to know any more about this man. We have also Lindri, aka Kirilla, who plays Shadowcat Anya, or maybe it's vice versa. You don't know. I'll let you figure out who's who. Which one's the player, which one's the character.
Hello.
Fun
fact.
I
do have a fun fact for Kirla.
Uh-huh.
She has been devoting like half an hour several times a day to just spending time with Moo to help him feel better.
Heck yeah. We'd love to see it. We'd love to see it. Yeah, Moo's slowly coming along. It's going to be a rough, honestly, end of the campaign, just till the end. It's going to be rough just in general for Moo.
My poor little eyes, Moo. He's so depressed.
Yeah, I mean, his god just died. His connection to the Fae essentially has been severed in a weird way, because there's no god connecting him to the Fae, since he's no longer inside the Fae forest and the god's gone, so it's kind of a weird spot for Moo. There is, by the way, also Issa, who plays Ublek.
Yeah, what's up?
Got a fun fact?
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Who you got?
Ublex tries to, give Scovetta, some food scraps from cooking here and there to see what they like.
Dude, that's
the most.
That's such a funny thing. I'll be honest, any meat that you give that thing is honestly more than sufficient. At the end of the day, it's literally just a coyote that was brought into the Shadowfell and given pity after it died of starvation. So, as far as this thing cares, the fact that it's being given food is already making it happy, so...
Ublex is not wasting any cut of meat.
Oh, that's fair.
To little better.
Hey, that's fair. Also, lastly but not leastly, get it right, bitches. We got... I don't know why I insulted people like that just now. We also have Reed, who does play Usagi.
Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to get to. Today, apparently, I'm going to actually learn to commit to a relationship. Or Usagi is. Anyway.
Well, okay, wait, no, hold up a second. I feel like you should say that.
Hold on a
you're
minute!
committing further, because you've already. If you're saying that you're now
Further,
just committing,
further, I mean,
that
further,
would
I mean,
imply
if you-
some serious problems.
I feel like it should
not
also
what
be
I-
pointed out or at least Usagi is.
Yeah, that too. Dude, this whole time we thought that Usagi was becoming a better person, he was becoming less of a sleazeball. We turn around, apparently he's done everything behind his like partner's backs and all this.
No, I
Oh
have
my God.
not.
That would be a revelation, to say the least. It might
have
also
not.
be his revelations.
I have done no such thing. Anyway.
Oh man. Either way. You guys now can head back into the campaign. So you guys had just left off from the Skazi Empire and the Crux Dynasty, that whole area, the Fey Islands, and you're now heading to, after skipping the beautiful, lovely island of Muck.
Yeah, no, fuck that.
I'm so sad you guys did not want to go to the island of Muck.
Too many jokes were made too quickly. That just made it so that we don't want to go.
I don't wanna
go. Listen, there was no
Yeah.
jokes. That's legit just
Yeah,
what it
if you-
had to offer.
If you spell
Got
if you
mugged.
spell the name of that island backwards on it, you get put to
Shut
death.
up!
Yeah, that was brought up last session. Oh man, but yeah,
I better
no.
not get this advantage on my rolls because of that.
Somehow I do not
Don't
think
give me
this
temptation.
podcast needs to turn into an NSFW.
We were kinda,
That's risque. Yes. Anyway,
dude, we were kind of already heading that way with the
No.
first campaign we ever did for this podcast to begin with.
that's like school.
Yeah, but we're dancing that line right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Usagi's been dancing that line for ages. Now,
No, let's be real. He's never left that area. It's rare that he actually goes into the SFW. If we're being honest, this man. Considering the stuff that he was willing to do at the beginning of the campaign, I'm just gonna put it out there.
that's fair.
Yeah. Man got himself tracked because of his NSFW tendencies. Let's be real.
I'm trying, okay?
He's doing what he can. Oh man. But yeah, as you guys will continue onwards though, within this fog, you guys will start to head away from Muck. Now, I don't know if anybody wants to be doing anything on their way before you get to La Calora, but let me know if you do. Right now, I can say this, compared to the previous travels you guys have done, this is probably, like, I wouldn't say the weirdest, but probably the most tense form of travel. Because the Fey Island was definitely the goofiest, the Fey Sea. Because you had, like, waterfalls that would go up into the clouds for no reason, like, in the middle of the ocean. Like, you would have, like, the weirdest things. Like, you'd see cloud elementals dancing on the ocean, and then having, like, wrestling matches with, like, the water elementals, like an arm wrestling match, stuff like that. Like, you saw really odd things in there.
I see nothing wrong with this.
Yeah, it's just the Fey Sea, you know? Fey Sea goes crazy. But then, like, this is more just, you never know what's ahead of you. As I said before in the last session, you can really only see 60 feet ahead of you. So, even with lights on the ship active and everything, it's kind of just hard to see anything, really. Like,
So
it's
the
just
lights will probably almost make it worse. The lights probably almost make it worse because light and fog does not mix.
Yeah, not really. Like, there are some magical lights that you could probably use and make with the ship that would allow you to kind of maybe see a little further, but even then it really wouldn't do much. So, it is kind of one of those things where you kind of just have to deal with it. Also, by the way, for the people who are listening, I just moved to my condo, so apologies if there's any echo here. We're working what we got, okay? But, you know, yeah. So, yeah, you can't really see too far ahead of yourself. So, if there is anything that you guys wish to do during this time of deep fog and thought, now is a good time.
keep up my
Uh,
medicine training with fucking Pike.
All
Didn't
right.
I say from the very beginning that I have something important to do this morning?
You did. I didn't know if you wanted to do it now, but if I do remember correctly, you did say that you put on the notes right before you left Muck, if I remember correctly, correct?
That's
Yeah,
correct.
because that's where we ended off. Thank you for reminding me. I wanted to double check. This is why I asked. Because I'm
Okay.
juggling a lot of things. You know me, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, 100%, dude. We can hit that up. So where are you going? Should I say for this arrangement?
All right. Let's see. What would be the best? God, if there's only one of them, I could pull like a crow's nest thing, but I'm pretty sure Borf would make them snap.
We did actually mention this before, but since the guy who made your ship was a 800-pound lobster person,
Yeah, but I don't
he
think all
made
three
sure
of us
to
can fit.
he made sure to reinforce basically any area of the ship in case you were to get people around his size. So it probably actually could handle Borf. It's just the bigger question is whether or not how cramped that's gonna be. Because it is a crow's nest at the end of the day.
Yeah, that'd be rather cramped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that weird thing. It's less of a problem of like the weight and more just a problem of tight spot.
I was gonna say this music is a little sad. Is there?
I really don't have any like romantic music that is copyright free. I hate to tell you. The music we used to use before we actually did get copyrighted for. So yeah, we have to be a lot.
Want me
more
to pull out my
careful.
accordion?
yeah, pull up her accordion. Pull up her accordion.
All right.
Right.
You got this.
Well,
you got this.
Right. Well, I'm gonna mute this on my end real quick and put on some like.
Oh no,
romantic-
don't worry. Issa's coming with her accordion. It's okay. You got this.
What?
Yeah, I got
No,
some
that's not gonna
romantic
work.
Music for you, twin.
Yeah. She's got you. She's got you. Okay, go for it.
What?
Go for it. She's got her accordion. I just didn't know you played accordion. That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's a fun fact for everybody, I guess.
God damn. What else are
cool.
you? I feel like.
Alright,
Fun fact
alright.
about Issa specifically.
You should maybe turn down my volume.
Okay.
Proceed,
Okay.
I suppose.
You know?
Yeah.
You can
Oh,
put
go
your other
ahead.
music
Do what
back.
you want to do, dude.
You could put your other music back. I'm just gonna mute it.
No.
And
You don't want the accordion?
Are you saying Issa doesn't play well?
it's not fitting for this.
Do you want some Mexican music?
What? Oh God,
Can't
wow.
really, like... It's a little broken, so I
I'll-
can't really play it.
I feel like accordions are not romantic.
No,
What-
you
why,
just don't
you
know
kidding?
the. Sounds like someone doesn't know the language of love. I love how every time I put Issa back to 100, she starts playing again.
All right. This is distracting. I'm sorry, I can't concentrate. This is worse. Yes, you put the other music back. I'm sorry.
I'll put the
This is
music back
sorry.
when the accordion stops.
I'm sorry.
Issa!
Issa, thank you for this solo.
I couldn't hear you guys, so I just decided that was enough.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, no, you're good. We're gonna put the normal music back.
Okay.
But thank you for the concert.
I don't
Okay.
worry. I was gonna play some music that I didn't know I didn't know if it was copyrighted or not.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, technically, it would be a cover, technically, so it would be fine, I think.
All right.
I think you're right. You're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
so here, right behind the helm, is there anybody there? Please tell me there's nobody there.
Right behind the house. Okay, did you actually ping something on the map? Because I was not looking at the map
Right here.
at all. Okay, hold
Right
on.
here.
No, wait, no, I gotta swap. I have like layers I gotta swap through. Okay, hold on. Okay, where are you pointing at the helm?
Right here.
There is like actively, so Borf is at the helm, or like that's where I have her icon at. But let's see, what time are you doing this in the morning? That's what I need to know actually.
I
'Cause that's,
thought I said.
I
I thought
need
I
to,
said like. I thought
Yeah.
I said like 6.
6 a.m. Okay, yeah. Okay, if that's the case,
6 a.m.
6 a.m. Then honestly, Borf wouldn't even be at the helm. It would be Gildart around that time.
Fuck.
There would be a
What?
number of people awake anyway.
Okay. Oh wait. No. I remember what note I put on the freaking notes. I think I said like
I think you said
4.
2.
This is why
Yeah,
we
that.
rate things.
Thank you.
Yeah, around 2. Yeah, if you wanted to get to a time when like nobody was gonna be awake, 2 would have been like,
Yeah,
the
that.
time. Okay, yeah. This is why we write things down, people. Myself included. I did not think to write it down either. Yeah, so we'll say it's around 2. So if
It's
that's
not your place to write it down. This is something that the player should have written down.
Fair enough.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, normally around this time, because you have to have someone steering at the end of the day, around this time, it would have probably been the robot. However, considering you left a note for Borf, she probably just would have stayed up overnight, meaning after this, she'll probably crash. So...
No, it'll be worth it. Trust me.
Yeah, I'll move their icons for now. But yeah, Borf is at the helm.
I'm gonna sneak. Okay. Where's Asta? Is she there yet?
Asta is not there yet. We'll say it's like 1:59. Like it's 1 minute away. She's that person. She wakes up and gets there at the time
All right,
she has to be.
What I'm gonna do is turn invisible while I'm still out of earshot,
Okay.
and just sneaky peeky over here.
Okay. Okay, so you sneak up behind Borf. Borf, how's your schnauzer feeling?
Oh fucking hell.
You have advantage because you're
All
a
right.
gnoll when it comes to sniffing.
Oh Christ! You're gonna ruin it.
Hey man, listen, I gotta roll it. It's a passive roll, but it's a roll nonetheless. I actually need to pull up her sheet for this because I did not have her sheet up for today. Alright.
I'm gonna have my romantic jump scare ruined.
Dude, she jump scares you.
Yeah, I mean she does.
Oh man, nah,
She's
you're
been
good.
doing that this entire time, and she's been doing that this entire time, and that's why I love her. Anyway,
yeah, you're good. You see her just kind of sniff like as you're going past her, but you see like she doesn't like move or anything, so she doesn't seem to pick up that you're there. She's just like, it's probably just a smell from like down in the second floor from his bed.
okay. All right, I will prepare the rings in my fluffy palms and disengage the invisibility as soon as Asta shows up.
Okay, that would be a cunning bonus action. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah, Asta would show up pretty shortly after. She would,
Good. All right. Oh boy, here we go. All right, it's time for the best act. All right, everybody, it's time for the best acting you'll ever see. Here we go. I disengage the invisibility. Are they even remotely shocked, or probably not?
I mean, Borf would kind of look around like, because the smell that would have at least lightly tipped her off.
Well, yeah.
You
Maxie's
did
probably
call
up there
them
with this.
out here, if I remember right.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
Yeah. So wait,
Yes,
are
I
you holding the
know.
rings out, like already?
They're in my hands, clenched. Not quite yet.
Okay, so they're not visible to them.
No. Not yet.
Okay, yeah. So they wouldn't look surprised just yet. They're fairly used to your antics of like appearing, disappearing. That is kind of your whole gimmick. So no, that's that. Yeah, they wouldn't be too surprised on that.
All right. I take a deep breath. All right. But both of you got me out of jam after jam, and I'd probably be dead several times over if it wasn't for you. I hold out the rings. Would you do me the honor of? I just realized how bad a certain thing would have sounded. Will you marry me?
You see Asta just kind of give you a small smile and just kind of reach towards the ring.
Good.
She just give you a nod. Asta's a fairly quiet person, and you know
Yeah,
this well.
that's fair.
And then you would see Borf
Oh,
with
here
her
we go.
big, massive hand grab the other ring with your hand
Oh,
and just go, yes. And you see her pull you in and bear hug you.
she gonna have to roll strength to make sure she doesn't break my spine.
I can have her do a
Fine.
strength check to make sure she doesn't overdo it, sure.
Sure, okay.
God, dude, if this is the way you get an injury, goodness gracious.
No,
Let's
for
not
fuck's sake, really?
Dude, you said break back or having a Bane moment with Batman.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
no, you're good. Yeah, no, like you like she pulls you in, you feel that like that quick like snap, heavy pull, and you see her immediately like soften, like, oh yeah, don't want to break his bones type of thing. But like for that like split second, you feel a bit of your air kind of be forcefully exhaled from your body. But you can tell she's really happy with it.
Good.
She's glowing. So
Good. I thought I was attempting to do something more dramatic, but I couldn't think of anything. So this is simpler, I suppose.
I mean, as far as this goes, this is just about as close as it gets to a null wedding. Well, kind of. Normally we kill like a person and then like the man brings the dead body back to me. And then normally we don't do rings. So normally we grab the bone of the dead carcass and then form it into like a necklace. Normally that's
dear.
how we signify it. But you know, this is about the same thing.
Yes, I suppose.
Austin just stares.
I
She
have-
just stares at Barf like,
I have-
okay.
I'm not used to. Well, settling down, but I'm really trying to get over my past mistakes. So, thank you both for being there.
Of course. Austin would just kind of... She was just gonna look to you, and it's just that thing of... You can see that she's thinking a little bit, and she would just kind of go,
Oh boy.
so... You say settle down.
You know what I mean. I didn't.
No, I know what you mean, but do you want to I mean, you don't live a long life. You're a Harengan. Well, actually, I don't know how
Well,
long you'll live now. You're
well,
like half Tanuki?
Well, I won't have to worry about that anymore. But
Yeah, that's true. So what's the plan? Like, this is kind of something we need to know if we're marrying. I'm fully happy to do this. I feel like it's obvious that this should be asked, but what's your future plan? Like, what, do we just plan to be pirates the rest of our lives? Do we just plan to deal with the Navy and then go off?
once we deal with the Infernal Vault, I think I'd like to retire, possibly.
That'd be nice. Don't get me wrong, I love the crew, but it would be nice at some point not to be sailing out at sea to every island every now and then.
Yes.
You see Borf just look between the two of you, you just go, I mean, whatever works, like, you know, if we, whatever leads me to you, that's what matters to me. If I have to throw a cannon into a god, I'll do it.
But yes, after the Infernal
Hang on a
Vault's
minute.
dealt with, I'd like to give up this lifestyle, possibly. It's not worth it if I have to keep endangering the people I care about, you know?
I get that. I do honestly get that. Well, we have a few more places, and we have some things to handle,
Yep.
and then hopefully the Infernal Vault, so...
wonder if the Crux Dynasty would accept me back. Probably not.
I mean,
No.
I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to head back to them? I mean, that seems like a very iffy thing. Yes, you
I
did save
suppose.
the people, but also that's where your family was murdered. Are you sure that's what you want?
I'll figure it out later, I suppose.
There's always one of our islands if you want that. I was born on Scraphead Island, or Scraphead, or the Emperor Scraphead's island, which is Rustbreaker Island, and good old Borf. You were born on Osmosis, I think? Yeah, Osmosis.
Osmos.
Yeah. I will be honest though, the reason why I'm saying Osmosis, that's more of a, like, pronunciation thing. Some of the islands I straight up allow them to be pronounced different ways. Osmosis is one of them. It can be Osmos and Osmosis, because there is an extra O in there, so. But yeah.
Well,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
figure that part out later. But
Yeah.
yes,
One step at a time.
that's the plan.
Okay.
Ugh. Okay.
I appreciate it. Well, I don't really know if that's the way to really say it, but you know what I mean.
Thank you.
Of course. At least I know I'm actually not. I'm gonna be honest. If you did this when you were in your other phase, Borf told me about how you were, when she was stalking you before I joined the crew and all that. If you had asked me this earlier on, I don't think I would have said yes. But you're different now, so it's a different person.
Thank you for the vote of confidence. Anyway,
It's a good change of character. It suits you more.
thank you. Now, I am quite exhausted from having to get up this early, so I'm going to the room. Join me if you wish, I suppose. And just walks away.
We'll be there, sure. Well, okay, well, Bov can't. She can't leave the steering wheel, but we'll figure something out.
Yup.
Yeah. But yeah, you can head on off.
I'm gonna have to roll.
They'll probably join you later. It's just they can't really leave the wheel unattended either, so they'll probably
Okay.
they'll probably have to check and see if Aurora can boot up yet or not, because even Warforges do have to boot down. They have like a 4-hour boot down period, so it's really just whether or not they're fully recharged yet, or they can grab Shen. Shen, have you fully learned how to actually steer a ship yet? You were learning. Never mind. No, he's still learning. They can't trust him with that yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair, because they've been training a lot of people on the wheel, but Shin's like one of the last people they've been training, because unlike everybody else, who when they get put on the wheel, they stay on the wheel, because of Shin's current predicament, and also because he's kind of the guy that if NPC wants to go off the ship onto an island by themselves, he's always sent after them, because he's kind of like the bodyguard in a weird way, for the crew, weirdly enough. Putting him on the wheel isn't good. Like, he's an emergency wheel person. He's the emergency driver if things go to hell. So, it makes sense that he wouldn't be, like, taught, honestly. Or he'd be the last one to be taught, so. But yeah, they'll come down to you eventually. It'll just be a little bit, probably, because they just have to get somebody to take over. But yeah.
Yep.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
So that went off pretty well. Oh, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've ever had a character I play actually have a romance subplot actually work.
Let's go. I'm gonna guess every other time you just gotten shot in the foot or something, or like I've seen
It hasn't worked.
Dude. No, that's fair. I'm gonna be real. A lot of times when I watch people play D&D, they actually try to do a romance subplot. A lot of times, the way I see it end up going for people is they say one dumb thing or they make one dumb wrong move that's just like really, really bad, and it just destroys their relationship with that NPC, and it just goes so downhill so quick. Or the love interest just gets killed. That's like a common thing I've seen. It's just the love interest dying every time.
Well, good.
I've never had a romance subplot until this.
Hey, here you are. Here you
Here
are.
I am.
Oh, just you wait. Oh, just you wait until.
Just so wait.
Just you wait.
Anyway.
Oh man, but yeah, yeah.
Am I allowed to mention that yet? Acrid,
Not yet. We have lightly, I think, hinted at the next campaign idea, but we haven't really properly disclosed stuff.
Then
yet,
I shall show up. Okay.
okay, man. It's all good. It's all
Okay.
good.
Okay.
We like lightly mentioned some ideas for Rum and Harbor when we were setting up that campaign, when we were ending off. I think it was it the brothel campaign was the last one we did before this? I think it was. Oh my god, yeah, no, this is like technically the second big campaign of like the podcast. Because we've had brothel campaign, then we had a mini campaign called The Hidden Garden going on the side while we were doing the brothel campaign. And then it's been Rum and Harbor, like straight up after. So yeah, no, like we kind of did the same thing with Rum and Harbor too. But all good. Alright,
Yeah, for the moment, keeping the next one on the down low.
Oh yeah, for the moment. I'm excited for that one though. It'll be fun. Oh,
it will be.
Oh yeah. Now, if I remember correctly, Acrid, you said you were doing something too, right? It was about the medicine, getting kind of like learning medicine, that sort of thing, right? With Pike?
Yeah, trying.
Roll me a
Just
D20.
trying. Oh no.
With medicine. So technically medicine check is what it is.
Okay, then I need my... Let me grab my... So I know what my plus is.
For those wondering, Acrid has decided to load up a gun called Sephiria, which is fucking amazing.
What? I had nothing to add to the conversation. I was listening. I was just needing to do something to keep my brain focused. ADHD.
This man.
ADHD is aggressive today. I'm sorry.
You heard it here, everyone. He hates me. Nah. Oh man. What you got?
Fucking nat 9, so 12, because Loki's wisdom is like his second worst stat.
Alright, you have like half proficiency because you've been doing this with him for a while. You had a shot to bet you already got the proficiency. You only have half, so.
I've been learning from someone who's a good damn medic.
He's also
so I'm
a
learning
good
fast.
teacher.
That fucking matters.
It does. It honestly does. Issa, is there anything you're trying to do?
I'm gonna catch a big fish.
Alright, you're gonna catch a big fish. Roll big fish. That's
What
like
should
a
I roll
skill.
for this?
The big fish skill. Duh. No, I'm sorry. Survival. You roll the survival.
Survival question?
I'll use my inspiration for this as
survival.
well.
That would be used for fishing.
Okay. I rolled inspiration for this. We'll go with the 18 for chance.
Okay. Yeah. With that 18, yeah, no, you put out your fishing rod. Or how are you fishing? Are you just using a fishing rod? Or are you like doing some like weird slime
I'm
thing?
using Eldritch Blast.
Okay, yeah, there it is. There it is.
What?
It's a magic caster. Okay.
And
yeah,
pulling it up towards me.
So you're damaging a bit of the food in the process, but it's okay. Damaged goods are still goods nonetheless. So you see this swordfish swimming around in the water, and you shoot your Eldritch Blast at it, and it wraps around this like swordfish and pulls it up into the air, sending it spinning in like a whirlpool tornado type of like spinning style. And it flops onto the deck. It does have a sword though, and it is going to try and lunge at you while it's flopping around because it's angry.
Valid?
Yeah, what's your AC?
My AC is 13.
What the heck? This thing has a +0. It still hits. Okay, so
Oh, man.
this whole thing flopping around is like, ha, and it like throws itself forward at you and it just does like 4 piercing damage, but it just kind of like stabs its like little area into like your body. I mean,
God.
considering the way it's flopping, it's probably just like hit your calf, I'm guessing. Yeah, it probably just like hit your calf. And then it dies because it can't breathe. So, there. But you have swordfish now.
I got a swordfish.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go gut it and clean it now. Thank you.
Heck yeah, you're welcome. You can make swordfish stew or like I don't know any recipes for swordfish. Do people cook
I'm
swordfish?
gonna meal prep this.
Like I know you
thing.
probably could. I just don't know what you.
Yeah, I've ate swordfish before.
Really?
Just kidding. Actually, don't know.
Huh.
Don't remember if I have.
I wouldn't be
You can eat
surprised.
it, though.
There's probably I was gonna say like people will eat pufferfish for crying out loud. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't. So I know I've talked to a dude that like ate lionfish and that's absurd. I would never want to eat something like that when I know all it takes is missing that toxin, man. That would be
All you gotta do for lionfish is just not eat the spines.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's idiots that would.
For pufferfish is a lot harder to avoid, but lionfish you can
yeah.
avoid that easily.
Yeah, you can. But still, you get the idea. I don't like the idea of eating anything that has any form of toxin in it. That's just me as a person. If I can avoid it, I'm gonna. But
You'd be
there
surprised
are
how many
people
things
that
have
eat
toxins in
rattlesnake.
them.
that's true though. That is also true. I have had scorpion though, and that does have toxin. It was like chocolate covered scorpion. I didn't like it.
Yummy.
I did
It's
not
crunchy.
like-
It's like
It's crunchy, but like it's the thought that there's an insect in my mouth that just makes me ugh. I don't like that.
what helps me like have stuff like that. I think about how like shrimp and crustaceans like that
Yeah.
are basically bugs in the sea.
Yeah,
So, like,
that's fair.
I haven't. I'm like delicious.
Yeah,
But it doesn't have as much meat as them.
that is true. That's kind of the
But they're
one
very
thing-
protein dense.
No, you are right on that. They are right on that. I've actually started liking shrimp a lot more, like, the last, 2 years. I used to hate shrimp for the longest time. I don't know why, I was just a picky eater. I was just a weird
Shrimp
kid.
is freaking awesome sauce. I'm glad you're turning towards it.
Dude, it's so good. I think the problem was that, like, my way my family cooks, because they just don't season stuff well. So I think the problem was that, like, I as a kid was like, alright, I'm gonna have it, and then my mom was like, here you go. It was, like, the most, like, base and almost I don't think she put anything with it. I think it was just like I don't even know if she cooked it properly. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what she did to that thing, but I just remember it tasting like horribly.
Was it like really rubbery?
It was like rubbery. I was like, I don't
That means she overcooked it.
that explains it. Dude, I'm a big texture person. That's my main thing is texture. It's less about the taste and more about the texture. And I was like, no, I don't want to eat that. I don't want to eat that.
That's fair.
But yeah, no, I've gotten a lot better since then. Anyway, sorry, sidetracked. Apologies. Yeah, so
I love food, man.
dude, food's great. I'm trying to get better about. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked again. Yeah, so.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. Since we do everything by like rations, how many rations do you think swordfish would be?
Depends on the size of the fish.
You know what?
Roll for size of
We're
fish.
gonna roll for size of fish. Roll me a D100.
Oh god, that could. 21.
Roll fucking
All right, it's
well.
21
Issa.
inches long.
Pretty small.
That's a small swordfish.
Yeah,
That is
you might have
pretty
caught
small.
like a baby, honestly, but like you know,
I caught a child.
you caught a child. You
caught
separated
a
from
child
his
that-
mother.
Killed me. I mean, hurt me.
It killed you. Yeah, no.
Did 5 damage to me. Shindo, do something.
All right, yeah. So Shindo appears, knife in hand. Yeah, no. Okay, so he's gonna roll.
This fish hurt me.
It's gonna. Yeah. Okay. No. So you see him stab it and gut it for you.
Oh,
Thank you so much, my hero.
fun.
Yeah. He pats you on the head and then he disappears.
Wait, come back.
He comes back to you. He now has the mother in his hand. You're welcome.
What?
Well, another
Oh my
D100.
god! Oh my gosh, thank you so much. How big is that one, Shindo?
I don't know. Let's find out. Roll the D100.
If it's smaller.
Dude, if it's smaller. Yeah,
32 inches. That's still
30
pretty small.
32 inches. Plus 10, so it's 42. We'll do that. It's like 42 inches. Make it a little bit bigger.
That's a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger, you know. Yeah,
Oh my
he just kind of
God.
throws it on the table, gets it for you, pats you on the head, disappears.
It's like he disappeared again.
Yeah, he did.
Ah, my husband's always disappearing from me.
Yeah, no, he'll reappear. What do you need him for?
It's like seeing him.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh man, but yeah. Also, I do want to put it out there. Anya was also DMing me during Reed's whole thing. Kirla was up on the upper deck, but she was just dancing. Just
Oh,
doing
hell yeah.
basically moonlight dancing, like she typically does. So she was there. She just, it's not her business. So type of thing. But yeah, she was vibing. Was there anything you wanted to do today, Kirla?
Nah, mostly just talk to crew and
Perfect. So you're talking.
hopefully
to Drew.
help Izmu get better.
Okay, so as you're talking to Izmu, you're trying to get him to get better. You see, you don't see. You hear. Because, like, Izmu's been in your room, kind of just face down in the flower bed. He's been depresso espresso. So you're kind of facing away from your door right now. And, you would hear the door creak open. And all you hear, the first thing you hear is, oh, I'm going to have to clean that. You look behind you. And covered in oil is Kasheshe, this cat tabaxi that is typically snow white is pitch black.
Shishay, what happened?
There is now an oil paw print on your door. He would just look to you and just go, all right, so I had a big thing. I was messing around with Varara. I was going, I was just kind of looking through her database, kind of just doing some little touch-ups, and I was also messing around with the other mech that Ubas could no longer fit in. Which, by the way, I need to go talk to them about that because I got the mech fixed up, so now she'll actually be able to fit inside of it because I know with her new body she was able to really fit inside of the whole mech, but now she'll be able to fit inside of it, so now she can steer it. So here's the thing, right? Remember how Varara's part of the Navy? There's that whole unit thing, blah blah blah, all that boring stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I figured out how I can pin it down. I actually figured out, after going through her memories and all that and kind of like getting her database fully back in story intact, I wasn't able to get all intact. Some of it's like permanently damaged from what I can see. It seems to be some type of corruption from the water. However, I did manage to figure out where they're located. You see, they've been slowly drifting throughout the Ingerhay Sea, which I just figured out. And also, I just made a little bit of a scanner. You want to know this fun little thingy? And you see him bring out this little doohickey. There's this little box, and it has like this little like green wave that seems to be spiraling around, aka it's a radar. And you see him just kind of go, okay, so you see I've been working on this big old thing, and I just had a little bit of touch-up, I just haven't really had time to clean myself up, so apologies. I just kind of dripped oil all over your place, but it's okay. So here's the thing. We're here.
Uh-huh.
A day out is the base where she was built. If we want to find some more information about her, or possibly see what else is there, maybe some new cannons. Or
You mean
mechs.
you actually found the location
Yeah.
of the island
Yeah.
she was built on?
Yep. 100%. Yep.
We could get her completely fixed.
Yeah. We 100% could. We can also maybe finally get her proper autonomy. If I can get the blueprints for what they did to make her not have any form of self, which is a programming thing, then I won't have to try and go through an Amazon rainforest to try and figure out how to change that. Meaning I'd be able to set her free.
Nice.
Let's go talk to Gildart. He'll be able to get us there.
And you'd see him rush off. And there is oil everywhere now. You didn't realize because he kept walking slowly closer. There was like paw prints on your floor that he was just leaving because he kept walking closer and closer. Yeah, so there's just oil just all over the place. You head out into the hall and there is an oil track of just oil paw prints on the down the hall.
Oh god, I have to post this meme. Give me a second.
Oh man, yeah, you can do that, dude. But yeah, no, he'll go let Geldart know, so y'all can start heading on your way to
She
the base.
She follows the trail of oil to Gildart
Yeah.
with just this look of, what the fuck happened?
Listen, he was very busy on the mechs. He has not cleaned himself. When you follow this track, you eventually get to Gildart, and he's just gotten done explaining to Gildart where they're going, and you see him just hand Gildart this radar covered in like oil, and just goes, "Alright, I'll see ya." And you see him just start storming off to a different direction because now he needs to go to the kitchen to find Ublex. You see Gildart just kind of stand there at the helm, stare down at the oil radar, his hand now covered in oil.
God, I love that they're oiled up.
Oh,
I was wondering if anybody would make that joke. You just kind of look up at you, Landry, and just go, "Well, I'm guessing he got permission. This is what we're doing?"
If it'll help us fix Verara, then yes.
Alright. Luckily, it seems that someone on the way. Shouldn't mess up the time or anything. We should still get to Loch Lore without a problem. Just a
Good.
bit of a detour. So yeah, you see him basically like shove it into like an area of the helm. Kind of like shoving it into the wood essentially, so it won't like jostle out of place and it won't like fall out or anything. And he'll start diverting course, kind of turning the ship a little bit more to the right.
I'm gonna find somebody to get this cleaned up.
Yeah, you might want that.
understandable.
You can hear
There's oil all over the floor in my room.
Well, you can hear very, very quietly in the background. Great water. Great water. Great water. Great water. Fuck, Kasheshe, why? Great water. It's just Leo in the hallway from the back.
I'm gonna go help with that.
That's fair.
Understandable. Alright, I have a stupid question.
Yeah, what you got, man?
I bet. Oh god, I just did. Also,
I really killed Acrid. Goodness.
I have a stupid question.
Uh-huh.
Usagi definitely put a "Do Not Disturb" sign on his door with like a little asterisk saying, "Unless you're bored for Asta."
Yeah.
So, I need to know. I need to know. Does anybody knock on his door? Because if they do, they might see something a little weird.
I mean, granted, if they knock, let me see. Does anyone have anything to talk to Usagi about?
Because they have a terrible idea for a joke.
I don't think anybody really has a reason to talk to you, Sagi.
Yeah,
not
good.
not right now. I don't think anybody has a reason. Normally when the NPCs have a reason, I'll actually have them go up to you guys. But right now, I don't think anybody would. So he should be in the clear.
Poor Leo. Poor fucking Leo, man. And also,
I guess unless they show up, I'm gonna have to go out and get food at some point.
That's true. Well, I mean, they would have already met up with you. They got Gildart to take the helm, so you know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
oh my
Good. So then Usagi's just gonna come out, just like, I need food. I need food for. Where can I get? Is breakfast ready yet?
Please slip on oil.
Yeah. No, you slip on oil as you say that. Go for it.
It's a roll dexterity or something.
I mean, if you just want to slip, you can slip.
No, I'm rolling dexterity to see if I slip.
Okay, go for it. I don't mind.
I'll roll acrobatics.
Well, I'll use Kisheshe's his grease casting spell DC. So
which I have advantage on. So that's 22.
Okay, so you won't slip. But you do
Good.
come close to it. You almost you basically
Ah!
when you step out, your foot slides and you almost slam into the other end of the wall.
Oh!
Yeah. Oh
Well,
man.
Okay then. I need food for 3 to go.
To go.
Then
Yeah.
go get the food yourself.
Okay, then I shall do that.
Dude,
You're fully capable, Tanuki Rabbit.
Yes.
Fully
You can
capable,
tell.
independent
You can tell that
Tanuki
he looks.
Rabbit.
You can tell that
Yeah.
Usagi looks a little bit. You can tell that Usagi looks a little bit disheveled. Anyway,
I don't know why I like the idea of you just looking to Leo, who's already cleaning up this oil mess, and you just looking at him like, can we get 3 to go? And he just looks at you with the most like, bitch, I'm not a fast food worker. Get the fuck away from me.
okay, no, that's fair.
Aims that crate water now on Usagi's face.
But yeah, no,
I present to you water gun. Bang!
dude, hydro pumping in Pokemon
Fair.
into D&D mechanics would actually be fucking crazy. But dude, I want to play a turtle that just has like cannons on his back. That'd be sick. Make me Blastoise.
Big man Blastoise.
Blastoise,
Big man Blastoise.
Blastoise,
Big
I'm-
man Blastoise.
Okay, sorry. But yeah, no, you can go get yourself some kitchen food.
Good.
Speaking of kitchen food, when you walk in, you see Kasheshe bust down the door, dripping oil. And as he waddles his merry way up to... I want to mention this trail this man's made, because he went past Ublex to get the Gildar, and then came back for
What's his name?
seconds.
God,
God's name are you
Leo's going to snap his neck.
Lucky
Hero
for
is
him.
helping Leo.
Lucky for...
What
Lucky
are you
for...
doing?
Kasheshe would kind of look here and just kind of go... Huh? Oh, hi. I'll get back to you in a bit. Okay. So, hi. Yes, Ublex. Right. The mech thing. Are you done? Are you done cooking? You're done cooking, right? Are you done? Are you done cooking? You better be done cooking. Are you done cooking? You're done. You're done, right? You're done cooking?
Frantically grabs a
Kasheshe.
rag, looking over at Kasheshe. I was like, Kasheshe, are you okay? You're all oiled up. Why I've never seen you oiled up before.
Sorry. It's, I've been working on some mechs, and I was getting some set up, and well, remember that mech that you were able to fit in, but you can't really fit in anymore because posterior changed and things like that. Things happen. So here's the thing, right? So I did some measurements. I got Shin to do the measurements for me. Thank you, Shin. So
That's what he was doing.
Yeah, that's what he was doing it for. So you see, I got the
could
mech
have just
refixed,
asked.
so now you can fit inside the big mech. If you want to double check, just make sure that I got the measurements correct, and then I want to make sure you actually be able to move inside the mech if you need to.
Yeah, let me get inside.
All right,
Let me get inside the mech.
do you want me to take care of like the eggs while you do that? Like I can take care of the eggs while you go try it. Or
Oh.
you see shit
Kasheshe.
slowly shove him away. Got it.
Just like, go away. I will cook.
Thank you,
God
Chanel.
damn it.
Hero
And take
just
a
looks at
damn shower.
Kasheshe. Hero looks at Kasheshe and just... Kasheshe! Get yourself cleaned up. Your fur has gone black.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Okay.
Oh, it's just someone needed to say
Oh,
something.
Yeah, he would just kind of like, he would just look at you and just go, right, well, let me make sure that the mech's good to go, and then I'll go ahead and get showered. You see Leo just walk up and just go, no
Oh my
need.
goodness.
Create water.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you just see him just douse Kasheshe in a 5-foot sphere of water.
Jeez.
And then chuck it
You
overboard.
guys are making a mess of the kitchen.
I'll clean
Oh
it.
my god.
Create, at least it's create or destroy. Destroy water.
It won't destroy the oil, but destroy the water, so.
Oh my god.
At
And
least
oil
get
separates,
rid
and
of
water's
fucking-
already separated oil. They can't
Yeah,
mix.
yeah. It's kind of the thing where he just has a bucket with him, and then when he just destroy water, and the oil gets dropped into the bucket type of thing, so.
I
Yeah.
hope so. The oil on the floor, though.
Yeah, oil on the floor.
gracious.
He'll get it cleaned. He'll get it cleaned.
Tape water.
Save water. Destroy
Just
water.
water
Mopping
bending with
along
this
the
one.
floor, collecting the oil.
Yep. But yeah. No, you can go check out the mech. It should fully fit Ublex now. it is fully stationed for you, so you can now once again drive your flying mech if you ever wish to use it.
Just so awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. But yeah, you've got a mech now again. You can actually use it again.
I can fit in it.
Heck yeah, you can fit in it. Let's go. Yeah, that's like the big thing. So you now have a island. You can now, we're not really island, more of like a mechanical base that you can head to, and you have a new mech. Marriages happen.
Yep.
Yeah. And Loki's got an app proficiency in Madison. Good job, man.
Yay.
Yeah. But yeah. Besides that, if there's anything else, you guys start heading on your way to the mechanical base, and we'll start skipping through this day here.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. By the way, all of you guys will receive 2 greater potions of healing. Actually, superior potions of healing. Because, may I remind you, one person that you do have on your crew is that alchemist from the Liberation Party. So, she is technically working for you guys. So, she has made 2 superior health potions for each player. So, you guys have those. So, you can add those to your inventory.
Oh my god, it's fucking healing.
Yeah!
God.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lot of hailing.
You're welcome.
84.
You can thank her later. She's an alchemist. She's an alchemist artificer. That is literally her whole shtick.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Heck yeah. Alright. So if that is all, that'll be the end of that day as you guys will get to the next day where you start approaching the mechanical base.
Time to do the sneaky and then sink the bitch.
Damn. But yeah, you guys would start sailing through the like thick fog. And
Soggy, go overload the reactor.
Oh man. You would start to show up to it. Eventually you see through this dark fog. Cause I'm gonna be honest, even like in the middle of the day, like it can be like midday, like, you know, directly like 11 a.m., 12 p.m., that type of vibe. And it can still be pretty dark here, just because of how thick that fog is. You can see, as you get like within 60 feet of this thing, like a silhouette start to form, and you can actually see like this like massive mechanical base. It almost doesn't look like a base. It looks like a mini floating island with the way they seems to have set it up. Like as if it's supposed to blend in, essentially, with other islands. But you would see Kashesha just go, that's the place. That's the place. That's the one I saw in the memory thingamajig.
What?
Yeah.
Kirla looks down at Kasheshe to see what color his fur is.
It's white. It's pure white again. It has been a day.
She just gives him head pets and just, good job, Kasheshe.
Thanks. Now, all you need to do, from what I got from the database, you're gonna go up there, and there's gonna be this little fake mountain that they've built. So when you go up the fake mountain, right, you're gonna take a left, and you're gonna go for another like 5 minutes forward, and then you're gonna take a right, and there will be a palm tree, and beside the palm tree, to the left-hand side of it, will be a rock. Now, in between that rock and that palm tree will be a trap door. But you won't probably notice it because it'll be painted to look like the rock in the dirt mixture that's in between the rock and the palm tree.
Kirla just kneels down and just, Kasheshe,
Wow.
we're taking you with us because you're the one who knows what you're looking for.
Alright! You see him
Alright.
grab his wrench. You see him bonk that little mech that he made for Ublex. And you see him hand the wrench to the mech and just go, you're on fixing duty. Oh, right! Yeah, that's the new mechanic. Right. So are we going stealth?
I mean, considering we're not supposed to be here,
We should try.
Alright, let's give this a try. Alright, hold on. Alright, to the helm! And you see him just go sprinting up to the helm.
Oh,
And you see him just go, Gildar, I need you to move. Just a little bit more to the left. A little bit more to the left. I need you to move your fat foot.
Arlo
Thank you.
walks
Okay.
up.
So yeah, so you see him lift a wooden board and there's a lever. And you just go, shh. And you see him pull the lever and you see it begin flickering. And then you see this white orb cast out from the ship. And it just seems to surround the ship. You just go, oh, it does work. Actually, I don't know. We gotta get off the ship to see. This should be a form of invisibility. As long as they don't have anything to pick up on heat signals, we should be good. Hopefully.
That just in general seems useful.
Yeah. Now, granted, it does take, a little bit of something, so this isn't something we can just use infinitely. It's a little expensive to do, but it's worth it.
Define expensive.
So, I may or may have not, at some point in time, throughout our last 2 islands we went through, may have acquired through unknown means multiple forms of different types of gems. And I may or may have not stashed them away in a random area of the ship so it is very hard for the enemies to ever find to destroy our said source. And I may or may have not set them up as a powering source for this magic to work properly.
Artificers, everyone.
So you're telling me you secretly built a cloaking device
Yes.
for our ship, and it's powered by gems.
Yes, specifically Astro Shards.
Okay.
There was a farmer that died on the first town, and I just so happened to get lost on my way off the ship when I was picking up some boards inside that cave we stopped at. And I may or may have not found that one of the gem owners was dead, and I may or may have not ended up accidentally inheriting all of his astral shards.
Astral shards.
Not easy to find. Pretty hard, actually. Typically find them off of meteorites that fall from the sky. Specifically space.
You've powered a cloaking device with one of the hardest gems to find.
Yeah, well, okay, so here's the thing. Technically, it could have been done with other things. But the thing is, the only way to get it to create the Saphir to hide the entire ship and the people on it is by doing astral shards. If we did it any other way, even with runes, it would only hide the ship. Which would mean they would just see a bunch of random creatures and people standing on nothing. That doesn't really hide everything.
Right, so we use this sparingly.
Yes. The timer's ticking actively, like the longer we wait for this, I'm just gonna let you know on that.
Yeah, we got it. Let's get going.
Alright. On the merry way we go. Yeah, he will grab his wrench. His other wrench. He has a spare. And you guys will get the head to the base. Now, he will let you know, by the way, I know what I'm looking for. However, from what I know, because of how messed up the bits of corrupted memory are, I cannot guarantee that I can guide us through this base, per se.
Oh.
I know how to get in, and I know the room we need to get to. However, I do not know what is where.
Well, knowing what we need and knowing how to get in is the important thing. We can find where to go once we're there.
Indeed. And lucky for me, I have just the stuff to get in. Alright, so, Usagi.
What?
Hi. Okay, so you see.
What the fuck? What was the point of that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I was just trying to check on you, see how your day was. I mean, I didn't really get to check on you. Like, I heard like you got married. That's the whole thing. Like, is it like a proper proposal, or more is it like a fiance situation? Like, what's the ring a bell here? Like, what are we doing here? Was it an instant marriage, or?
Well, we need to deal with the Infernal Vault first, and we'll figure out the nitty-gritty details later.
Fiance, then technically.
He says while still piling more food on the plate to deliver.
Yeah, that's fair.
To the ladies in the room. Borf in particular. In particular, the amount of food I need for her, is.
We've already jumped to the next day, but yeah, no,
It's been a day.
It's been a day.
Well,
yeah.
One can assume that Borf is constantly Borf drops by occasionally anyway.
Yeah. This will. We'll just say that conversation is like right before you guys hop off the ship. Then.
Yep.
But yeah, that's fair. Oh man, Borf would eat a lot though. She is a gnoll, and she's also just a big person, so she would actively require a lot. It's fair. You guys will start heading on to the main area, to the opening of the base. So you guys can start heading through the base. And I actually acquired some special music here for the base. So here we go. Heck yeah, we get actual proper music. We get vibes. Let me restart the track from the beginning. There we go. Cool. Man. But yeah. We will start going through. So essentially you would see Kasheshe as you guys get up to the trapdoor. You would see him pull out like a little lock that he would have. Like a little, not like a lock, but more of like, you know how artificers, they have like multi-tools essentially. You assume pull this out like this little multi-tool that like, it looks like it's like a, God, what do you think of pocket knives, right? How they have how you can have a pocket knife that has like a screwdriver, all this other stuff. You see him flick like into like a specific almost screwdriver looking design, but there is something a little off about with like the way it's kind of shaped. It's more like, it seems to like almost twist and turn in like a way that it shouldn't, almost like a screw. And you'd see him press it onto the trapdoor, and you'd see it light up. And then you would hear the lock on the trapdoor unlock.
Okay.
You just see him just go, and that's what happens when you don't have a rogue, and you have an artificer instead. Tech locks are a lot easier. And you see him lift open the trapdoor. So you guys can head on in. One at a time, probably, because it is a ladder area, of course. We love our ladders. However, it's a metallic ladder instead of a wooden ladder for once. Yippee!
Oh boy.
Fair enough.
So,
oh boy.
Question is, what are we doing? So like, okay, best way to put this is, I guess, who's going down first?
I shall do it.
Okay, you're going down first? Okay. Yeah. So,
scout, and I'm stealthy, so.
Alright, yeah, so you can head on down. You start going down this metallic ladder. It takes about, 2 minutes to get down it fully.
Roll stealth?
Yeah, you can roll stealth if you want.
Okay.
Go for it.
Result. Anyway, where's the...
Yo, we love Lilo and Stitch. That's definitely what that music's from.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I will throw you out the window.
I haven't even seen Lilo and Stitch. I know that's wrong. Anyway.
I will throw you both out windows.
I really need to. I know I need to. I just keep getting distracted. Anyway.
I have watched.
Watch the original.
I figured that. There's no way the
live action's gonna be so bad. I don't see it being good.
Anyway, let me roll my stealth check.
Okay.
Well,
that's a little bit on the lower side for you.
20. I have advantage. 29.
Okay, cool. Can't remember, why do you have an advantage again? I'm not doubting it, by the way. I'm just trying to remember what the reason was. Was it just something you got from your class?
Probably.
Probably.
Isn't he wearing Okay.
No, wait,
Isn't
no,
it because
you're
of the
Inquisitor.
cloak
It's
of the bat?
probably not from the class.
Isn't it because of the cloak of the bat?
Cloak of the Bat?
Yes.
Yeah, that probably is what it's from then. Yeah, that would check.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
don't forget, guys, you guys have an inspiration dive
Yep.
on the food.
Yep,
Excellent.
from the food. Don't forget to use that. The
Yeah.
food inspirations do eventually expire, so actually, yeah, like do use them because by the end of the
Use it at
session,
some point.
it will disappear. So,
Yes, sir.
yep. All right. So yeah, you can stealth on down there, and you can start heading through this hallway. Essentially, these hallways are like think of like cyber tech type of like you're thinking like sci-fi, like the pure white lab room hallways, but it's like a labyrinth. You can see a hallway that goes straight down. It's a very linear hallway, and then it goes straight down. You can see a dead end, and you can see a right turn at the end, and you can also see halfway down the hallway is a left turn. You get the feeling this is going to be a bit of a labyrinth, but it's very well lit. The hallways are obscenely well lit. It's just very sci-fi, like, lab, like, type of vibes, if that's the best way to put it. Yeah.
Well, fun.
Heck yeah. And then everybody else can start heading down after you if they wish to. But that is what you were seeing at the beginning.
Good.
Now, I don't know
Know what I mean?
if everybody wants to go left or right, but it's up to you guys.
Might as well. No, the important thing. Always follow the right wall.
Okay, I'm hearing
Right.
one right.
That's
right,
for
Ava?
mazes and it's the left.
What? I thought it was the right wall. Really?
I thought it was just like you follow any wall.
Yeah, I just
Just
kind of
know which way you're going.
Yeah.
No, it is the right hand wall.
I always was told it was the left.
I always was told just to skip the wall and just go through it, but you know.
That's how you end up lost.
No. He's talking about like going through the wall, like Kool-Aid
Yeah,
Man.
yeah, like there's no maze if you just go through it, you know? You ever seen like those core mazes? where
That's
they're
how
like,
you end up with a concussion.
Listen, all I gotta say, you can say whatever you want to say, but when I walked over top the hay walls of the hay maze when I was a kid, I never got lost. That's all I'm saying. There was no concussion.
Huh.
Just climb over the wall.
Anyway.
Oh man. There are also vents, I guess. If you wanted to go through vents, that is an option. But
Can I fit in the vent?
I don't
Can I fit
know.
in?
You like probably.
Wait,
you
wait,
could try.
You're saying you need to vent?
Yeah, it's
Could
kind of
it
sucks.
be-
If I
No.
go into a
Acting-
vent, everyone's gonna hear
That's
us.
awfully suspicious of you.
Yeah, the dangerous thing about venting would be that with the 600-pound Demigorgon, it would maybe be a little loud. But like if you wanted to have other people scout out in the vents, you could. That is like an option.
I can do that.
Stuff the rabbit in the vent. Stuff the rabbit in the vent.
Hey, I
What
can
up,
do that.
gang?
I'm stealthy. I can do it.
You have two people that actually do work with it, because I know like it's joking about like, oh yeah, you know, slimes the plasmoids can fit into like 1-inch gaps, can't they? That's also
Yeah, they can fit
Like-
into really small gaps.
yeah. With the curse, like you could go in. It's just it would be a bit of a pain probably to move around. Usagi is like you're fine. You can probably fit into because of what you
All right,
guys
then
have
I shall
done.
do-
Like you might have a little bit
then I
of
shall
problems, but
do
you should
just
be
that.
fine. Yeah, you can head on in. Yeah,
God.
so
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's
Oh,
like
God, I'm just thinking of having my massive ass stuck in the vent, like
don't worry, that's coming up.
oh God.
That
Like
would
what?
be a problem.
What are you?
I'm gonna be
What are you
honest, you
doing,
have to think
Step
about it.
Rabbit?
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh my god, no!
I had to.
Did
No!
not.
You did
You
not!
absolutely
Oh,
did
no.
not.
I couldn't resist. Anyway, sorry.
Alright.
No,
Yeah.
you're not.
I'm sorry. He says, lying to us.
Like,
But yeah, no.
anyway.
You can easily go into the vents if you want to check out the vents as well. They're basically just kind of like low to the ground. They're not really up in the ceilings because you're probably getting the idea that these halls only go down. They probably don't go
It's a
up.
31
So
stealth, baby.
heck yeah, well you already roll stealth. You didn't need to roll a
Oh,
second. What was the other one? Because we'll be rolling off whatever that other one was, because that would be the one that makes sense.
Well, that's beyond. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So we'll be rolling off the other one. I know that's a slightly higher one. I hate doing that to you, but it does make there was no need for a second stealth. So.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. You can go into the vent and you can start kind of checking around if you want. The vent's also a separate maze, so you can tell me while everybody else is figuring out if they want to go left or right. You can tell me if you're going left or right.
I shall go left.
You're going left. What about everybody else? Where are you guys going? The ones that are not going in the vent.
I'm
Unless
gonna
someone
take a
else
look
is
down the
going in there.
halls to see what's
I'm
in
following
what direction.
Usagi in the vents.
Okay, gotcha. So both of you guys are going to the vents, and you're
Mm-hmm.
just checking around?
Yes.
Okay. No matter which one you go down, you look and you see that there's just more winding hallways in both ways. Like, there's, like, on the left side, you can see that there is, like, a door. But you can see on the right side when there's also a door. And then there's also just turns in both of those hallways. So, there are rooms that seem to be up here. It's just, there's a lot of spiraling hallways. Ublex, are you going in the same way that Usagi is going, or are you trying to cover ground here and going the opposite way?
Going the same way Usagi's going.
No,
Okay,
don't
gotcha.
split the party.
Yeah.
Don't split the party.
I'm not going.
You go into the vent shortly after him. You kind of have to use that plasmoid ability to kind of actually properly fit, but you're fine. It's just a little brief moment of stuckage, and then you're good. You're like, for like once, you haven't been in this form in like a long time, but you're kind of in a mixture state of your humanoid form and your blob form, so you can actually get around without just getting stuck. I'm gonna be honest, that would be a problem. But you're
Right.
fine because you're a plasmoid, so you follow shortly behind Usagi, and I would imagine you probably just look down and don't look directly up for reasons. But yeah, you can follow without a problem.
Yes.
Loki, what about, so Loki and Kirla, since you guys are the ones above ground with Kisheshe, where, left or right is the big question. There's a door on both areas, and, yeah.
We'll go left.
You're going left, and the vent was going left. Okay. Understood. So, we're gonna touch on the above ground, then we'll touch on the vents. That's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna bounce between the two, starting with up grounds and then vents. So you guys start going down the left side, taking that left turn. And then, with that left turn comes into the question of, are you going to check what's inside, what's behind that door? Or are you going to continue going down to that next turn?
Door.
We don't know where the room is, so I would say, yeah, check the door.
Also,
Okay.
we can steal shit.
Alright, so you open the door, and there are like 3 scientists actively just working on what seems to be some type of chemical mixture. They seem to be pouring in like some type of, again, you guys aren't really scientists yourself, so you wouldn't really quite know what they're putting in. But they seem to be pouring in different colored mixtures into like vials and mixing them up and seeing what's happening here. You see them running all sorts of tests and things like that. You'd see one of them put something into one of the vials. You see it start bubbling at a rapid pace, and you would see the scientist immediately duck down behind the cover, and then you see it just literally blow up as like the glass goes flying every which way. So that's what you're seeing inside this room. There's a lot of just chemicals just lining the wall. So they seem to be trying all sorts of things, but they do have like protective casings behind it in case things like this happens where it blows up and, the chemicals just don't go everywhere on the floor and cause a nuclear reaction. So they seem to be testing stuff essentially in this room.
Grab stick of dynamite.
Okay, sure, yeah, you can grab
No.
No.
It's-
No.
But I mean,
It's an option.
if we really want to fuck up this place, I actively have dynamite.
Lucky for you, none of the scientists seem to be aware that they are being looked at through a cracked door by a Demigorgon and a snake person.
Oh,
Okay, so
I'm gonna make sure Kasheshe hasn't snuck into the room.
He
where's
hasn't.
Kaseshe?
He
Okay.
hasn't. You are lucky he hasn't.
Thank
Instead,
God.
You turn around and he has tied up a Navy soldier. And the Navy
Right.
soldier is covered in grease. He has gagged him, and he has put some type of metal lock around the mouth. He has also blindfolded him, and put a metal lock around the blindfold. He has then proceeded to hog-tie him like a pig, and faced him towards the corner.
You know, he could probably have told us where we need to go if you hadn't gagged him so effectively.
He holds out his key card. Kasheshe has looted this man, he gives you the key card. Authorized pass.
Good job, Kasheshe.
Thanks. I can
Good job.
ungag him if you want, but he might yell.
I have an
No.
idea.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Kirla is going to use suggestion.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom save DC 18.
Alright, he fails.
And she's going to just tell him, "You're going to tell us where to find the robotics room, and if you scream, we're going to make sure you don't talk."
Okay. Yeah, so you would Kasheshe will ungag him. And then he would just kind of look at you and just kind of go, the robotic room, that should be in the bottom floor, which I think is the 4th floor. Should be somewhere down there.
Right. Okay, thank you. Now you're going to stay quiet. Very quiet.
Yep, and then he gets gagged again.
Yup.
Because suggestion,
nice.
once they do complete the suggestion, that does kind of end it. So that gag's coming on very quickly afterwards.
Mentioned Loki's also gonna sit here and just go like, okay, so now what about the three fucking scientists? Do we just leave them?
I mean, they might just kill
Kirla?
themselves.
Kirla summons up an orb of plasma and just melts the door handle.
That's an idea. That works.
Alright, so they're just stuck in there now. Great.
Alright.
Hang on. Instead of leaving the naval guard out in the hallway, we can just push him into the room and then melt the door handle. That way we don't have to worry about anybody finding him.
True.
I really hope they don't have an alarm button.
Kasheshe's already looted the guy.
I mean, I'm talking about the scientists.
They're too busy blowing shit up.
That's true. Like, even if they do, it might be a bit before they even noticed.
I see nothing wrong with this.
But you just tell Kasheshe to shove this man like a Christmas sleigh over this waxed smooth floor. Like, you could take a
While
running
he's
start
covered
and
in
stop,
grease.
and you would start sliding. Yeah, the grease is just making him slide even better. You see Kasheshe just crack the door open and just shove him, and you see this man bounce into a counter and then kind of spin like a hockey puck. And then you see Kasheshe close the door, and you can melt the lock, the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, cool. And you guys can go take that next turn, unless you want to double back and go for that other turn instead.
Nope, let's just go straight down.
Okay? So,
Let's
as you-
deal with whatever's this way first before we try the other way.
So we're going to shift to the vent while you guys do that. So at the vent, you guys take that left turn. I want you, Reed, since you are in the front. And there's no
Yep.
way for Ublex to get past you unless they go slime mode and go, like, over you, which is going to leave you soaking in just slime for a second. I'm pretty sure that would not be the desired outcome.
No.
You can roll me a perception check as you continue going through this, like, little, like, area. This, like, condensed event.
Okay.
I'm not gonna soak you, Soggy. Don't worry.
It's crazy.
Please don't word it like that.
gonna
Please
soak
don't
you,
word it
twin.
like that.
Not getting soaked.
Let's see what you get.
It's like whatever.
I love that you just keep going with it. Like you just keep like adding to it. Like no, I'm not done, guys. I'm not done, guys.
I'm not done yet.
I'm not done yet. Yeah, what's that perception check, Reed?
Let me roll that 1 second here.
What'd you get?
Is this a hearing check by any chance?
No, this is a sight check.
Fuck, that's 14.
14. Okay. So with that 14, you will. I'd say it's just enough. You would like as you're like kind of like crawling, you barely stop yourself from falling downwards because
Oh my god.
you don't have lights, so you're using your dark vision. There's just a drop in the vents. Like the rest of this vent on this side with the left turn would have dropped you down. You can go down if you want, but it at least stops you from taking fall damage by falling face down in the vent.
Okay.
Do you wish to turn back and go the other way, or do you wish to go down?
I think I'm gonna turn back.
Okay.
Usagi, you can use me as a bridge.
No.
No.
I don't trust you to be a bridge. You're too soft.
I can make myself hard.
Crazy. That is crazy.
Hey, I didn't do that this time. That wasn't me.
Yeah. Okay. So explain to me, how are you gonna turn around? Are you just backing up, or are you actually gonna try? Okay, yeah. So Ublex, you just you just start backing up towards you.
Communication is key.
The way ahead does not seem particularly navigable. We should back up and go the other way instead.
Okay, I will back up. We're going other way.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that was so fun.
yeah. So you can actually like, unlike Usagi, who has to like put it in reverse as a semi truck. Instead, because you're slime mode, you can kind of just shift your body, so you can just look the other way. So you can just do that, and yeah. Do you want to lead the way into the next turn, or do you want to follow behind Usagi as you've been doing?
Follow behind Usagi.
Okay.
Find a way.
Yeah, is that weird thing like because like you're like this like shift like actually no, go back, we're gonna try the other place. There's actually a chance for you to go in front if you wanted. That's why I figured I'd ask. So yeah, you will kind of just go back and then wait for Usagi to hopefully not back directly into you, so you probably give him enough space. Make sure you back up enough, and then he'll change his direction when he gets back into where you guys were before. And then you go for a right turn instead in the vents.
Yep.
So you start going right, and so luckily this time there is no drop. There is like an opening in the ventilations where you can kind of peer through to look into a room if you wish to do so.
Ooh.
So you can kind of look through through like the slits in this area, and you can see what looks like some scientists that seem to be working on something. It's kind of hard to tell through like the limited area that you can see of the room. But you can see that there's like one guy that seems to be writing something down on a piece of paper and then just kind of walking out of view. You seem to only be seeing like 2 scientists that seem to be constantly passing your view. There could be more in there, but you're only seeing 2 scientists that continually pass this area. But they seem relatively busy.
Can I cast minor illusion?
Minor illusion? Yeah, sure. What are you casting minor illusion for?
Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Why?
Make it seem like there's like a fucking ghost in there. So I'm gonna create footprints on the floor.
Okay. Okay, so...
If they notice.
So you're creating a what now on the floor?
Bloody footprints.
Okay, yeah.
Why?
Sure. So you roll me a deception check.
Alright.
Chaos.
Chaos. We love to see it.
That's
Get
a
ready
nat
for a fight,
20.
everyone.
Nat 20. So you start forming these red bloody footprints, and you like at first it's quiet. It's like okay, they're probably absorbing their work, and you hear one guy just go, "Did someone lose blood? There's footprint." You see him just kind of like scanning, like he like starts to get in that area where you guys can kind of see him, and you see him just kind of like scanning, like okay, what's going? And then you see the others start like checking, and like you can see like this panic start to form in this group because like it's like one scientist noticing it. It's like okay, maybe someone just got themselves hurt, like you know that sort of thing happens in this type of like job. No, several people are now noticing. No, nobody's hurt. Okay, panic's starting to grow, and you
Can I cast another minor illusion?
Yeah, sure. You don't have to even roll a deception check. You rolled a nat 20. What are you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna add like groaning, like scary groaning, like a ghost.
Okay. So you would hear one of them just go, "Oh God, it's Patrick! He's dead! I thought you got rid of his body! I didn't know, man! I thought I buried him like well enough. I didn't, I thought like if you buried him on the base? I told you to throw him overboard. This is the problem with you. Oh fuck. Okay. We need. Okay. Do you have the vacuum? Yeah, but it's down on like the second floor. Well, go fucking get it, idiot! We have a ghost. Okay, everybody, we're going on lockdown. And you see the man slam his hand down the button, and you hear the siren, the alarms begin blaring. As you would hear the guy read into the thing. We have a ghost. I repeat, we have a ghost in hallway number 37, sector 95, hallway floor 1. I repeat, floor 1, sector 95, hallway 37. We have a ghost. We need backup, and we need it now. Bring the vacuum.
Fucking.
Are you fucking what?
Are you kidding me?
God damn
What does
it.
the vacuum mean?
Why?
What does the vacuum mean?
They're bringing the vacuum. You see him just go, all right, everybody out of the room. This area is haunted. Get to sector number 95.
Which sector are you
Sector
guys in? Why are there so many
room
sectors?
number 33.
Oh.
Now we know
my
where they
God.
are.
I'm weird. Okay, y'all better get out of that vent quickly.
Yeah. I want to then mention.
That begs the question. Is this the same room that we shoved the guard?
No, actually, because
Oh.
we're about to get to that, because they went right, you guys went left. So cutting back over, actually, you guys begin to hear the sirens blare, and you hear that announcement, and you hear the scientists from that room that you sealed off start banging on the door, because they said, hey, you need to get to a specific room.
Oh my god.
Because that's supposed to be the protected room from things like this. They probably have a room for this sort of problem. And, because, you can do, like, salted, like, areas, things like that kind of keep ghosts away. And you hear the banging, and you hear the screaming. You hear one guy just go, the door's been handled. The handle's gone. Why is there a troop in it? Like, it's just very muffled, but you can hear the, like, increased alarm. And then you hear over the announcement of the speakers, Hello, and number sector 95, room 21. We have been locked in. The handle has been melted. I repeat, the handle has been melted. We cannot get to safety from the ghost. I repeat, we cannot get to the safety room. Requesting backup.
Motherfucker, I guess his hands now.
Motherfucker. Pizza, why?
I didn't think they'd do a lockdown on a ghost.
There's a bunch of
That's
scientists
fair.
that don't know how to fight.
Yeah, no, we could have just killed him and it would have been easier.
Wait. But they're all grouped up together, panicking.
Yeah, they'll all be, granted, yeah, a lot of scientists from all floors will be rushing to one room.
And I can use my AoE question mark?
You could, and you wouldn't kill them all. Like, you just gotta find the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have to worry about sneaking
There's
around.
a staircase that they're running up. I just bell tower, like somewhere hidden. They all
That's fair.
run into the.
Oh.
Okay, so Loki, Kirla, and Kasheshe, you guys are going to continue going down this hallway while the sirens are blaring and the white light has turned like crimson red, right?
It's Loki, he's also here.
Yeah, I said Loki.
No, you didn't. You said Kasheshe.
No,
I-
you said Loki. You just
Yeah.
didn't hear it.
Okay, then I just didn't fucking hear it.
I was gonna
He
say,
said Loki, Kirla, and Kasheshe.
I just hold Kirla and Kasheshe. Alright.
I said
I'm just
Loki
wrong.
first, and maybe you just didn't hear that bit then.
I don't know.
Alright, but yeah, where are you guys? You guys just gonna keep going straight down? There is like a right turn and a left turn again. And there's a door at the very end.
I'm gonna be real. Loki's sitting here like, welp. Like, what? Like, there's not much we can do. There's now just an alarm going. So now we have
Kirla would just.
any amount of fucking plans now gone.
Kirla would just. The question is the ghost legitimate or?
Probably not. Where are the other two?
I don't know.
Also, I have a cube of force that he gave me, so I can create a barrier that they'll just run into and they might kill themselves.
Do it.
I'm gonna wait for when I start hearing footsteps, and I'm gonna use that cube of force. It creates an impenetrable barrier around me.
Fair.
Know which direction they're coming from or what they're going to do.
We don't know who's who. Like it's the weird thing is like I'm like okay, God, I'm wishing we hadn't split up at all because now Loki has no idea where the other two are, or if this is their fault.
Oh boy.
It's he knows as much as the scientists do. There might legit be a ghost. Because they seem pretty fucking convinced.
Okay, so with Kirla's nat 20 in intelligence, she's just. No, this is probably Ublex.
Yeah.
You probably
that's
wouldn't know
fair.
specifically that it's Ublex. You can at least just kind of guess with that. They're like, there's a 50-50 shot
Usagi.
that it could be somebody.
Yeah.
Usagi doesn't have access to minor illusion.
No, but there's
no.
a lot of things that can lead people assuming it's ghosts. Like literally, just the sounds of somebody in a vent could lead to that.
And also, I can turn invisible.
There
That is
is
true.
that. That
The
could also lead
point-
to it.
To it still is. There's only 2 people in the vents that we know of. I'm assuming it's the other 2.
Do I know what these
Yeah.
scientists look like?
There's like a lot of the scientists are actually like a little bit more on like the races that are typically more on the intelligent side. So there's a lot of high elves. There's a few humans every now and then. There's every once in a blue moon you see like a tiefling or two. Sometimes you'll see a tabaxi. You'll see like a lupin every once in a dark blue moon. You saw like 1 lupin this entire time so far. You've seen like 2 or 3, I say 3, you've seen like 3 gnomes, and you've seen like a singular dwarf. So it's kind of a
Gotcha.
mixture of races. The only things that you're
What
not
else?
seeing are like oceanic races, for reasons, obviously. Because there are like intelligent oceanic races as well, like a one that's fairly well known to be pretty intelligent are Mycelians, and those are nowhere to be seen.
Because the Navy is a bunch of racist bastards.
Oh yeah.
Especially against aquatic folk.
Yep. But yeah, so you guys going left, right, or down that end hallway room? Loki and Kirla. I kinda need to know.
I don't know. Fuck it. We can go fucking straight. I don't know. It's really the thing I don't know what to do here because I don't know when's fucking all shit's gonna go to hell.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with mazes. You kind of just guess and go. But
I
yeah.
hate mazes.
Yeah, but I hadn't done one yet. Eventually, it had to happen.
No, it didn't.
Nah. You know that. All right, yeah.
At least it's not a labyrinth.
Yeah. See, I'm not putting you through a labyrinth. I'm being nice. I'm only doing a maze.
Maze is a discount labyrinth. The same thing. It's just a different word.
Nah, one has minotaurs. The other one just has random peeps. Okay, so you go down the middle. I heard that sigh.
Yeah.
I heard that sigh. Oh, man.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I know my guessing. I will guess the wrong way.
Yeah, so yeah, you can go down the middle way. So you go down the middle way, and you would see, basically, inside there are 4 scientists. They seem to be trying to put all their stuff away because, you know, the blaring alarms. They seem to be frantically putting all their work away. Like, alright, no, I don't want to lose my work, so let me put it away, and then I'll run to the safety room. But you can see that besides those 4 scientists, there are these floating tubes, these like human-sized tubes. Inside each one of these tubes, lined up against the wall, from left to right, filling up an entire wall, are Griegers floating in there. As there are 18 testing tubes of just Griegers.
What the piss?
We're not melting this door.
No, well, these fuckers are dying.
Yep. Yeah, you can see one of the scientists are currently putting away a syringe of some sorts. One other one seems to be putting away papers. Another one seems to be putting away a folder of some sorts. And one of them seems to be, like, searching through their files. Like a file. Like, you know those, like, metal file holder things that you can get? That, like, they have the locks and all that? Yeah, one of those things.
So
Hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
no, because that'll destroy things.
But it'll break the tubes open. And it'll kill the fuckers who are experimenting.
It might kill the fuck. We need one of them alive. We need them alive so they can explain what the fuck they're doing. We do need them alive because otherwise we won't know. I fucking just killed them. No.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Anya, lightning bolt and fucking fireball. No. No.
Plasma bolts?
I mean, honestly, Loki was just thinking about going in and just throwing sticky string onto them. Just like a line of sticky string.
You're no fun.
So they get tied up. If they get close together, he'd do that because they'd probably have their stuff near similar filing cabinets.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the ones that are doing the papers and files, aka 3 of them, those 3 are basically near the same area. The one with the syringe would be on the opposite side, so.
Okay, so I'll just, Loki will toss, a web of sticky string onto the scientists that are near each other.
Okay.
And then he'll toss another one at the other guy.
Alright, so those are strength saves, correct?
That is a sticky string is a DC 18 strength save.
Alright, so. Okay. So, you see for the 3 scientists that you guys open this door, and Loki, you shoot out these strings in 2 different directions. You see the 3 basically get caught off guard, and you see them just get basically stuck to, like, the counters and that sort of thing. Basically, the string just kind of, like, sticks them against the objects that are near them. The counters, the filing cabinet, that sort of thing. You would see the one with the syringe actually get out of the way. Like, surprisingly. He rolled, like, 1 above it. He had no plus. He had a 0. So you see him actually get out of the way, and you see him, like, kind of confused on what's going on, and then realize, you're not a part of us, as he would throw his syringe at you.
Oh dear.
So I will be rolling at the hit, but he really won't have a plus, so it's really just an if. Alright, did a 19 hit?
No!
Alright.
Just knocks the... Like, it's the most... Either he catches the syringe or he knocks it to the side.
You knock it to the side. You wouldn't have time to catch it properly. It's also just a shot that you just shatter it, and then there's no point in dodging it. So, you just knock it to the side, and it would hit the ground and shatter, with some type of liquid beginning to just cover that part of the ground.
Kirla just pulls out her glaive and points it at the scientist and just, don't do that again.
You'd see him raise his hands up, like, alright. Listen, I don't know why you're here. I don't know what you want. I know you're not part of the Navy.
Loki's gonna look around and goes, okay, so explain that. He points at the fucking Griegers.
Well, those are Griegers. So they come from the abyss.
Why do you have them in tubes, you jackass?
Well, not really my choice, but it is a part of a project that I was hired to do. Essentially, we're testing them. Testing their bloodstreams and how they function. More importantly, we're trying to figure out how to... No, they're very much alive. I put in sedatives to make sure that they don't feel anything while we're doing it, so at the very least they're exempt of any pain.
Why are you experimenting on them?
I'm experimenting on them, well, each scientist has their own separate tests, but I'm experimenting on them so I can try and learn, see if we can turn them into super soldiers. That's what I was told to do. So my whole task was given to me to basically find a way to enhance their abilities, to make them stronger. If I remember correctly, Gerald over there, the human that you tied up, I'm pretty sure his was to find a way to brainwash them. It's kind of hard to do that with hive mind creatures. As you can imagine.
I fucking imagine.
Here, look to the dwarf.
Literally a counterplay to being brainwashed.
Yep.
Hive mind.
Here, look to the dwarf and just go, now that one over there, I honestly have not bothered learning his name, because I'm going to be frank, an elf, and I'm an elf. I'm not going to care about a dwarf. He gives me shit every day. He is supposed to find a way to recreate their form of hive mind. And if I remember correctly, Sylvester, who is the tiefling you've tied up, his whole thing was that he was trying to find a way to, I think, understand just their actual anatomy. So he's less of testing and more making sure that they're actually, not dying while we're doing said tests. So he kind of has to figure out the whole anatomy, how their hearts work, how their organs work, because they work differently compared to humans and elves and dwarves and such.
He's gonna look at the one who was the human, the guy who was working on brainwashing.
Yeah.
You go, how successful were you?
With Griegers? We were starting to make progress, I'd say maybe a 60% chance. We never fully broke it, but we were actually starting to get somewhere with breaking through the hive mind.
Great, so they can still control themselves.
Release them. Now.
You'd see him kind of just... He'd give you that look of concern and just go, are you sure about that?
Release them. Now.
Okay.
They won't be friendly to us, but that's not our problem. Just the fucking...
Well, counting on these experiments, who knows who they'll be friendly to. I know I'm seeing my death day, so I'm dying either way. You see him?
He says, looking at pirates who are sitting there like, we don't fucking care about this space.
Yep. You see him press a button on the wall, and you would see the vials begin to open as the liquid that was inside it begin to pour out, and you would see these like Griegers, their eyes begin to open, and you would see them immediately rush out. 18 of these things. You see them rush towards the scientists, and you also see a few of them start rushing towards you guys.
checks, go.
That is fair. That is fair. Yeah, they're like basically tearing. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like you say go, you begin turning. You can see one of the Griegers has already grabbed the human and has basically started biting into his neck. You can see another Grieger grab that dwarf and start like basically trying to tear through his chest to get to his heart.
You made an already powerful race TM super soldiers, you dumbasses.
Yeah. Really, that's a stupid moment.
I mean,
like,
their thought process, obviously, as you can probably guess, brainwashed them and used them as super soldier fodder. That was probably their thought process.
Yeah.
Because that would if they could actually complete that, that'd give them an obscene strength when it comes to like naval power.
Oh yeah, no, they're taking down boats pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, as they begin rushing out, and you guys can book it left or right because that thing's behind you.
Left.
Alright, you're going left. And that's where we're gonna cut back to the vent.
We don't know that there's Griegers out there, guys!
Nope. Things are going crazy.
Usagi, do you hear
Yeah,
anything
I
different?
wish there was a Minotaur. Then we had something to slow these fuckers down.
let's leave. Let's leave now.
Doggy?
I mean,
Quick.
Force field encasing us, the Griegers go past, start wreaking havoc on the rest of the Navy. Then we don't have to worry about it.
Oh man.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I mean, y'all don't know what's going on other than the alarm.
Yeah,
Usagi, this is so loud.
So,
So loud out here, I'm scared.
I think perhaps we should start making our way out. Something doesn't feel right.
Yes, we should leave. We should get out of here.
So you guys heard both the announcements, and then there's that essentially. So you got to hear, you got to start your own problem, and then you heard the next problem. So,
Of people being locked in a room because the door handle is missing.
yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. We saved those fuckers' lives. They owe us.
They really do!
They might be the only ones who survive.
You know what? I really wish I would just have open, like, it's the most just like, open the door, throw some shit and break the thing, shut the door, seal the door. Alright, we fucking go. That door is...
God.
That's what I wanted to do!
It might have just killed the fucking Griegers too. It's a fireball.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you guys are going out of the vents now?
Yes.
Okay. You gotta go. So you guys can, I guess, backtrack again and lead yourselves out of the vents. Usagi, give me a dex save.
Okay.
Ublex, I'm not gonna make you roll dex save. You can get out just fine. You slime your way out. You're good.
That's 23, baby.
Yeah, no, 23. Yeah, you get stuck for like a brief second, but you get yourself out. You're fine. Yeah, you guys can pop your ways out. What are you doing now? You're out of the vent.
I think I want to leave.
Okay. Yeah, you guys.
The problem is,
Hmm?
here's the thing. I'm operating on the assumption that I know I didn't set off the alarm. I know they probably did. So
You actually know the alarm was set off because of Ublex's ghost.
wow.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all you know.
That's all you know, and then you know that there was just a talk about like, oh, the handle's missing in a room.
Yeah, that's
Think
all
we
you
should
know.
leave?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, we should like leave this place. This is kind of scary now.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
guys-
Yes, indeed.
You guys.
Like, here's the thing.
They gaslit themselves. That's the canon.
That's how crazy that nat 20 was, man.
I mean, it's a
So-
38, and I don't think Ublex
Alright.
or Usagi are good at insight.
You know
if I
what?
remember right.
You know what? Fuck it. Both of you guys are under the frightened status now.
Oh my
Y'all scared of Ublex's own frightening.
Yeah.
Scared
yeah.
of myself.
Sure, yeah, no, we'll roll with that. Yeah, no, you're terrified. Like, you forgot that you even made that ghost. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. You completely forget it. You feel terrified. This is a canon event now. Roll with it.
Okay.
Usagi, you didn't even know she even made that. You think there is an actual ghost.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. So
Where'd
yeah,
Reed go?
yeah, you guys can leave without the rest. Sure, yeah, go. You guys can run out and run for your lives. 100%. So you
Where's
guys.
Kasheshe?
Kasheshe's with us.
Yeah, Kasheshe's with you guys. Don't worry. He's just like, I'll be honest, he's just been right because he actually has a movement speed of 25 feet because tabaxis are short, so they actually don't
I'm
get 30
picking
feet
him
of
up.
movement. Yeah, he's been riding on you. You never realized he's like on you like a backpack. Like yeah.
Loki is a
You're
walk.
just
speed of
so
35.
strong, you never noticed.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, I weigh almost 700 pounds. I feel like an extra 30 isn't going to affect me. I'm not going to notice an extra 30 pounds.
Yeah. I want to mention, by the way.
This is just you being bloated.
Yeah, this is you being bloated, man. Like, you know, it's just typical Friday night after having a bit too much to drink, you know. Oh man, yeah, no. So before we get back over to them, I guess, as you're thinking like, oh guys, maybe we should run, maybe we should just head home. You see somebody start coming down the hallway, Usagi, and Isa, and is it the ghost? Is it the ghost? Like that's all you can think is it the ghost? The
Wait,
red
no, that's
footprints being left behind their wake, you see with every footstep they seem to make towards you two. A red footstep. And another one.
What the fuck?
And another one. And another one. This long hair covering their eyes. Rocking left to right, left to right.
Is it there's no way.
Are you gonna run? You're frightened.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah?
You run out the base. Alright, cool. We're gonna pan over to Loki and Kirla. So what are you doing?
Okay. I do not have time to check behind me. I know there's a Grieger chasing me.
Uh-huh.
And the problem is, I do not speak Abyssal or Deep Speech, which are their two primary languages. I do
speak Deep
Primordial.
Dude, the person who speaks it isn't here.
But also, I don't think this thing's gonna be real big into talking right now.
Beg to
No.
differ. There's another person who speaks deep speech.
I was talking purely about myself.
Oh
Fair,
boy.
fair.
Okay,
So you guys went down that left turn, right? Yeah, you guys went down the left turn. So in the left turn, I actually need to let you know what's there. So when you head to the left turn, you see what seems to look like an elevator. And then a door to your
okay. Hit the elevator.
Into
Alright.
the elevator down to the
Alright.
fourth floor.
I also will activate my cube of force,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna enact the fifth wall, which basically creates an impenetrable barrier.
Okay, so I'm guessing you put that behind you.
It just forms a 15-foot cube around me, and it
Alright,
moves with me.
cool.
So essentially, this thing gets within that 15 feet and just stops because it just slams into the barrier.
Yeah, you guys get into that elevator. You press the button. You go in. You see it get to you to where it could have gotten in because the door wouldn't have closed fast enough. And you see it slam into the barrier, and you see that almost like bloodlust stare as
dear.
it stares you down until that door closes,
Uh-oh.
and then it goes down. As what you have second, third, or fourth floor? What are you pressing?
4, 'cause that's
Four.
one we need.
Straight fucking down.
Alright. So you go to the fourth floor. You go down, and
I really hope there isn't stairs because I know they're gonna find them.
who knows? So you go down this elevator, right? And when it opens, the first thing you see is a massive room. I actually need to do something to the map I had pre-prepped for this area.
Oh no.
Because I gotta make the adjustments because not all the PCs are here.
Split up.
Okay, so, and you didn't bring Miko with you, so I can remove Miko.
Absolutely not. No.
And I need
I
to
was
grab...
not bringing Miko into this.
Valid. I do not blame you one bit. And then Kasheshe.
Also,
Okay, yeah?
I'm shocked we managed to outrun the Grieger. At least we know that one wasn't a monk, because there's no shot we were outrunning a monk.
You kind of got the vibe with the way he acted. It might have just been an unarmed fighter. But I'm going to go to the battle map. Oh boy. When this elevator opens, you see this massive room. And it has blues and reds. And the alarm isn't going off on this one by the looks of it. It looks like as if they really just said, doesn't matter. There are guards right there at the elevator. You can see off to your right, there are two scientists that seem to be working at some type of desk with a guard kind of near that area with another scientist a little bit at another desk that's near it. You can see straight ahead of you is actually one of the warlords. Or
What?
should have been an ex-warlord. Because as you remember, the warlord system was removed. But
Hey,
Kush Sor, the warlord of the Ingerhay Sea, is down here. I'll send a picture of him. You can see this human with this kind of like gray mustache, gray beard, gray hair, pretty well combed, black, like not really top hat, but kind of like, I don't really know what type of hat that is, but think of like a dark brown, blackish type of like brimmed hat, pretty fancy. Yeah, like a short top hat. I know there's a proper name for it, I just don't know what you call it. Cigar in mouth, yellow eyes, pretty tanned. He actually has some fairly decent skin. And then he has this like, golden like vest, white undershirt that's like a dress shirt with a black tie, and then a black trench coat. And black pants with chains. You would know that, like, you guys have got some light information about him. It's pretty common knowledge this dude is from, like, Whiteside, so he's a bit from, like, the more steampunk area is where he was born. He's also been known to, like, smuggle, like, stuff to, like, the black market constantly when he was a pirate. That was what he was known for and how he got his raised fame, so. You would see him just staring directly towards the group of you.
can I use Fireball?
That is an option. There's a lot of guards kind of like patrolling. There's,
I mean,
there's a little bit of everything going on here.
Oh man, yeah, no, they kind of all know we're here.
Yeah, you can see actually behind him is this big pillar that seems to have a hologram with showing different layers of the base, different floors with like different sigils and stuff. So he's probably just been monitoring this whole thing. You can also see on it is like 2 red dots that seem to leave the base. And you can also see another red dot slowly walking towards that area. You can get an idea that all the people that actually work here are green dots. So they're differentiated by reds and greens. And then the actual like layout is differentiated by like blue holograms.
Okay, so what about those 18 red dots?
A lot of them are still on the first floor, but some of them are starting to make their way into the second.
Man, there are stairs.
Yeah. You can see behind Kush Soar is a robot that 3 scientists seem to be like tweaking on right now. And then there's just, again, random guards, random scientists in here. And he look to you. Like, he isn't saying a word. He's kind of just waiting. But he just takes his smoke. Well, I didn't expect you to come directly to me, but new time for new things, I guess.
It's always good to have new experiences.
Indeed.
Oh dear, speaker.
And I'm guessing
Ah.
you're... Loki.
Perhaps. Probably.
That's Kirla. And that's your artificial Kasheshe.
And you'd be Kushsor.
Indeed, that would be me. And it seems like, from what I can see with the holograms, you tend to always bring that blue little plasmoid, I think they call them, and that little dog, rabbit, raccoon thing with you. Just about it.
Tanuki.
Yes, sorry.
The annoyance.
Just the most, I don't know what to call that person. You seem to kind of go, as far as I can see, they don't seem to be here. And those two dots that seem to have just left my base, so it's safe to assume. The little 18 Griegers you let out, considering the room I saw you go into and the things that emerged from it, might have chased them out. Or it could be the random... Hey, you. Look into that. Yes, sir.
Fuck.
A fucking ghost thing. Like, oh, wait a minute. Is there an actual ghost, or
Yeah.
is that just bullshit?
Yeah, you see one of the guards that was near the hologram start going off. They're gonna go check that out.
Bye, bud. Have a good day.
You just go, well, you're in a bit of a tight spot, aren't you? I don't exactly, play kindly. And it seems that your extra little friends aren't really here. So what's your plan? Came down to the bottom area? Measuring 40-foot distances? I know a sorceress when I see one.
We're just down here looking for something to fix something.
And what would that be?
Robot.
What's the unit?
I actually have that written down, I think.
You see him take a puff.
I have the unit number, I just don't know that you would like it.
Try me.
5309.
5309.
Apparently she's taken water damage.
Alabasta, look into it. Pull up her file. You see one of the scientists just rush over to a different area, to a different monitor, start you can hear the clicking of this keyboard. Normally it's like a little light. It's a like the loudest is keyboard slamming. They are booking it.
I got told to do something.
Yeah.
We just want to fix the robot and give her sentiency. That's it.
That's fair. You see the elf lady just kind of go, alright, so, from what I can see, that was one of the earlier units before Blade. So, it was lost in transit, it was supposed to be delivered to Whiteside, it was supposed to replace some soldier or guard that was supposed to be protecting a prison that got broke out of, apparently. Apparently the guard's name was Benjamin, I think. So this was supposed to replace him. Then it went missing. It looks like they already have it replaced, though, so they made a new one. They brought in unit number 9053 as the new guard instead. So one of the earlier Warforges we have, though, that's a bit of a younger one. Sir, what are we doing with this? You see Custo look back to you and just go, so you want to give her sentiency? Basically, we read the programming.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not fully against that myself, however, I run a tight ship. But you'd also know good and well I'm known more for anything else than deals. So let me ask, what can you offer? You don't come to a dealer with nothing in tow.
Well, from what I know, you're not supposed to be a warlord anymore.
That's true. That is true. However, you could say that I made a special little deal. Essentially, the Navy has, in a way, taken me in as a hidden admiral, is the best way to put it, even though I'm still very much a pirate. Because they know as long as they keep me locked down, they can keep all the deals that I make in check, except for this, of course. They'd have no way to suspect something directly in their base like this, nor would they suspect that the people that they sent to keep tabs on me are the people that know that if they say even one word about me, they'll die. What a great job they did on monitoring me, huh?
He
People
looks at
say-
Loki. Just looks at all the guards like, yeah, y'all doing a great job of
Yeah.
keeping him contained, huh?
Yeah,
y'all
you-
fucking scared ass, fucking.
You just go,
I
not to
think
mention... Yeah?
I think I know something you might like then.
What do you have?
We're looking to dismantle the Navy, so you'll no longer be on a leash.
Of course, but a lot of people have told me that in the past. Deal is, what can guarantee that actually happens? Because trust me when I say this, I've had a lot of people already say that they would do that, and a lot of them have either never bothered to try or have failed.
I have a personal hatred of somebody high up in the food chain.
Name them.
Let me actually grab the name.
That is fair.
She would just Global Noble Vamaya.
Oh, Vamaya. Oh, that son of a bastard. Okay.
I will see him burned to a crisp
You burn
for
him.
what he did.
I tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You kill him, send me 3/4 of the money. I'll give you it.
I don't care about the money. I care about seeing him suffer for what he did to my family.
Perfect. Then you're gonna love this. And you see him just look to that elf again and just go, get them the code. As for you, and you point to a different elf and just go, you, grab the gun. And you'd see them just give him a nod, run off, and you see them go into a locker and pull some type of like cybernetic gun, and then run up to you, Kirla. And they just look to you and just go, alright, so, hi. This is for you. You're a sorceress, right?
Yes.
Cool, great, so the files are correct. Okay, so, here's the thing. This little gun is gonna be your favorite little thing when it comes to this whole shebang. So, you're trying to kill Vamaya, right? Now, he is, as you may know, he's a cherubim. Well, luckily for you, I have a high disdain for cherubim, so it's been a little side project of mine. So you can just... Okay, so you see this trigger right here? So, if you just pull it forward instead of pushing it, and then just aim it to... Oh, no, I don't want to destroy the wall. He's going to be mad at me. And we're, like, technically underwater, so, if that gets in... Like, most of us will be fine. We've, like, actively given ourselves gills, but, like, your captain will definitely start drowning. Let's try... Kosh, can we shoot at you? Sure. Okay, so... So, what you'll do is, once you've pulled it forward, you're then going to grab this top bit here, pull this back, then grab this lever, pull that back, then push it forward, then push it in. And then you're gonna pull the trigger. And you see as she pulls the trigger to just kind of show you, you see this black laser come jolting out of this, like, rifle as it goes directly towards Kush, and you see Kush just bring up this, like, glove, you know, his hand, which is covered in a glove. You see him take off this black glove right before she's shot, and it's just this robotic hand, and you see him just absorb the shot.
I'm guessing this does necrotic.
Indeed. In fact, it'll treat his necrotic immunity like necrotic vulnerability. Ta-da!
Great.
Just, I would say don't try to use it on the owner one, because I think with the owner, this gun might heal him. So don't use it on him, but definitely use it on Vamaya.
Neat.
Alright, bye, have
Since
fun.
Maya is destroyed.
Yeah, she.
And I happen to know my friend here desperately wants the owner of the Navy to be killed.
And a few others.
Here.
There's a few others on my list.
What's the other ones?
Interfeller.
You see the smile begin to grow. Another one that I hear a lot of people talk about. I get a lot of money off of people buying weapons to try and kill that man. I look forward to seeing that happen, if you can succeed. Here's what I'll do for you then. If you're so hell-bent on doing it. You kill him, you give me 3/4 of your money, I'll give you a special drug to help you in that fight. Up
So
to you.
3/4 of Interfeller's money?
Yes.
Or
His money. Inner fellows.
sure.
I'm a dealer after all. Alright. And you see him look to the other guard at the hologram and just look to him, just go, get the serum. And you see him run off, go behind a wall that you can't see behind, grab something. You can hear some shuffling. You see him come running back up with a black box with a metal lock on it. And he just give you the key. You let the key on top and just go, here you go. That should be a super soldier serum. So just know that, let's just say time will be moving a lot slower for you. Have fun.
Oh.
Your body should be able to handle it because you're a demigorgon. If I took that thing, I'd drop dead. And then he runs back to the hologram.
Oh man, I think Loki's also got the smile of, oh, and I'm not done. There's one fucking more.
Who's the other?
Oh.
Kai.
Kai. Oh, that muck. Oh, Make a lot of money off that idiot. But people die eventually anyways, and I'm a human, so eventually I'm gonna die, so it doesn't matter. Not really gonna give you anything else for that, but best of luck. Oh, and have fun trying to get out. You have the Griegers to deal with now. Bye. He just bring up his hand, just go. Well, if you'll actually leave now, that would be good. Otherwise, well, actually. Where's your rabbit friend? Where are
Haven't a
your
clue.
platform? Right.
Probably upstairs. Probably
They're
out.
probably the two that ran away.
Yeah.
Probably. Alright, well. It is what it is. Fine. That's fine. It's whatever. Alright, leave.
But
Fair enough.
And you would hear, like, as you guys begin going back into the elevator, you can just hear his hand just go, so, hey, boss, what about the mechanical Leviathan where we're... And then it closes. And you guys start heading back up.
I don't care enough. I don't want.
Yeah.
There's no stopping this bullshit.
Alright, it's fair. It's fair. And you guys will head back up. You guys go back up the first elevator. And that's where we're gonna cut off to the other two. Hey guys, how you doing?
Oh, great.
So you guys book it out of this base. You're like trembling. Like you don't know why. But like you feel a weird amount of adrenaline just rushing through you.
Oh, damn it! I just got married. I don't need to die now.
Yeah. And you can just hear, like, you thought, like, you know, maybe if you left the base, it would stop following you. But you can see from, like, the red lighting coming up this ladder with this red blood being left on the bars every time they let go to reach for the next bar of the ladder is that fucking person. The bleeding person.
Okay.
They're still coming. They haven't stopped following you. What's your plan?
Running away.
What demon did you guys conjure up?
Supposedly it's a dead ghost named Peter or something.
Peter. Yeah. Dude, it's just Peter Griffin.
Nah, the worst.
Gah.
Ghost. Can't do a Peter impression.
Not close enough. Okay, so, yeah, no, you guys can just start. Ublex, are you going back with Usagi, or are you gonna stand there like a little goober?
Go back with Usagi, but the darn ghost is chasing us.
Yeah,
So-
you can hear you can hear every time they like grab on to like the metal ladder, like the.
Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Can I use insight to see if this is magic?
Insight? Sure, you can roll an insight check. I'm guessing you just don't. I'm guessing you don't have detect magic. I'm guessing, which is valid. Yeah, you can roll me an insight. Let's see what you get.
I don't have detect magic. Gulp.
I'd say this: if you want to do insight, would probably be more of trying to get an understanding of intentions, whereas Arcana would actually tell you straight up whether or not it's magic.
Oh, okay, then I'll do Arcana.
Okay.
Do Arcana then.
I don't have either of these rolls.
Okay,
Oh.
what does an 18 tell me?
18 tells you there is magic that seems to radiate from them, but they don't seem to be outright made of magic.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can cast Dispel Magic on it. Am I still frightened?
You are still frightened, yes. Dispel magic, is that a DC save? No, is it? No. It's a roll, right?
It's,
I actually never see people ever use Dispel magic, so I actually have to ask. I've never had a player
Okay.
use it.
I'm gonna read it right now.
Alright, cool.
You see spellcast ability, DC equals 10 plus on a successful. Let me display this shit so you can read
Okay,
it with me.
choose
Twin.
one creature, object, or magical effect within range at any spell 3rd level or lower on the target ends for each spell 4th level or higher, blah, blah, blah. The DC equals... Okay, so this is a DC... okay, cool. Alright, yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, so go ahead and roll it.
Okay. 10. Make an ability check. Okay. Spellcasting. Beep, 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 beep. How do I do that?
Okay. So the DC, I'm gonna say you probably just roll your normal like spell attack roll essentially. That's my guess on how, because they don't really tell you what exact type you're supposed to do. So just roll like
okay.
if you're rolling like another spell attack essentially.
I get the +9.
Heck yeah.
Awesome.
16. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, cool. So yeah, you'll beat it. You'll meet the DC.
Thank God, I was really scared.
You at least lose your frightened feeling. And on top of that, you see that they're no longer bleeding, but they're still very much still coming up towards you. It looks like that the blood was fake.
God.
So you just
The blood was fake.
You just spelled their like fake blood magic that they were doing, whatever that was.
What the hell?
You can just hear they start getting closer. They're starting to get near the top. You can just hear them just go, Ooh.
Can I try to speak to him?
Ooh. Yeah, sure. What language are you going with?
I'm just gonna go with common.
Okay. What are you trying to say?
I'm gonna be like, I'm like fucking terrified. So it looks like it's just gonna clear their throat and just like, hi, are you? What are your intentions with us? And why are you here? I've never seen you in my life.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, type shit. Ooh.
They might not know common.
Okay, I'm gonna try to speak deep sea now.
Okay.
Hi, do you understand me now?
Oh, you know what I'm saying. Oh, hey, it's great to see another deep speech talker. Hey, how you doing?
Oh my god, you speak deep sea.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was just trying to get out of that place. You know how that is, yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
locked me up, kind of a whole thing, it wasn't really crazy about it. Hi, how are you? Yeah, hi.
Oh,
Hi.
yeah,
So this is the lady you're talking to. Like, pink hair, kind of braided, put up across, like, the side, black,
She a
hoodie
baddie!
jacket. Fangs, pink eyes, yeah, for real. Black choker, earrings, kind of on both sides, silver earrings. Obscenely smiley, blushing. She just has like naturally cheery cheeks. Like even though there's like no reason, she just naturally, almost always looks like she's blushing. Essentially, kind of pale-ish, kind of. Yeah, she's around like your height, like maybe an inch or two shorter, but like, yeah. She's just got like some black shorts, like she's just here, just some black boots. She's just like, yeah, they locked me up, they're doing tests on me, that whole thing. When I heard the sirens going on, I heard that there was a ghost. I was like, oh, I know what I could do. I could just pretend to be one. So I just covered myself in blood, in fake blood with my mana, and then just pretended to waltz my way out of there, It worked.
Wait, so you're not a ghost? What are you?
No, I'm a mycelium. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they kind of slaughtered my whole, like, home and my people. So I'm kind of just, like, one of the people that did die during testing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the rest of
What have these scientists been doing?
Kind of just everything. I know they're using some of the Griegers for, like, tests of, like, super soldier serums. They're trying to remove their hive mind, recreate the hive mind, that sort of stuff. With us, because, you see, mycelians, we have the ability to, because we're originally descendants of a sea slug that kind of evolved, and it's a whole thing. We can excrete toxin poisons from our body. Because that's kind of our whole thing. So they're trying to learn how to recreate our ability to do such a thing. But we have multiple glands that allow us to do it. It requires multiple organs. They were trying to figure out a way how to duplicate our organs and put them into, well, humans and elves and dwarves and people that shouldn't have this. They were also just trying to figure out how to recreate my skin. By the way, hello, little rabbit friend. How are you? So
Good.
you can. Oh, that's good to see. So you can poke my skin. You'll see what I'm saying. But like my skin's naturally like really, really bouncy. This is because it's meant to deal with when sea slugs would eat urchins and things like that, things that are pokey. Our bodies are built to deal with things that would pierce our skin. So that basically we just absorb it. So we're resistant to piercing attacks. So things like bullets aren't really that much of a problem for us, honestly. Yeah, they're trying to figure out a way to like, give their soldiers the skin that we have. They were actually making progress, which is scary, but.
Oh my goodness. Wait, these scientists. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I used to know a Grieger.
Really?
Yeah, his name was Malice. I'm sure, I don't know if you heard him or not. It's Malice. Here, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself. Wait, how tall was Malice?
Malice? How tall is Malice, Acrid?
How tall was Malice?
Malice was over 6 feet.
He was a big guy. Yeah, he was like
He was a large
6'10"
entity.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use
Tall
Disguise on
fucking-
myself. Disguise Self on me to try to look like Malice.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
geez.
Yeah, I think Disguise Self lets you get up to like a foot taller or shorter than what
Yeah,
you
a foot
originally
taller.
are. Yeah. So like how tall is Ublex right now? She's like what, 5, 6.
5 something like that. Yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah, so you can almost get to the height. You can get yourself to like 6, 6. You could absorb some water so you can get the proper height if you wanted. But like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So you just absorb some water real quick. Like you're able to do that. Not a problem. That's like a separate thing of like she just sits there and go, oh, you can do
Just
that.
plant matter around her dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you realize those plants are fake. They're made of metal.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fuck!
They're not even real. The only plants that are real in this entire area is that there's like a patch of potatoes.
Of course it's fucking potatoes.
It's probably the emergency rations. If the Navy kind of like has like their like, ration, like their weekly ration like ship probably gets destroyed. That's probably when they rely on the potatoes. That's probably what that is. It's like the emergency stuff. Because you can rely on potatoes at the very least.
Potatoes can be used for anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a history check. Potatoes, great. All right. Yeah. So she'd sit there and just go, I don't recognize that face. We did live. My home did live near a Blood Sea area, and we did have a Grieger hive there, but I don't recognize that face. I may have known him. Maybe I just didn't run into him. But it was weird because that was like one of the only Grieger hives I met that were actually friendly. But like I never went there. There's just sometimes the king would come over and like check on us, and he would like talk with our king. It was like a whole thing. And then sometimes they would make like an exchange. Like he would give us like an obscene amount of food because they would go hunt like colossals and things like that in like the ravines. And in return, we'd give him, like, random technological things that they didn't know how to make. Stuff like that. So, it's kind of a weird thing. I don't recognize him, but he probably was a part of the hive if he was from that area.
Probably.
Yes, it's
Do
a
you
weird
know?
thing.
Do you know what those Griegers were from that?
The
ones that were
Griegers
here?
There? Oh, yeah, no, they're from the old hive, too. They were captured. A lot of the Griegers from that area were murdered ruthlessly. As they say, ruthlessness is mercy upon thyself. But, a lot of them, however, or a few of them, were captured and actually brought to life. That was thanks to, I think her name was Admiral Chow. Or, no, not Admiral. I wish she was an Admiral. Captain? I think Captain Chow or Gao. Something like that. I don't know. I've been locked away.
Gao.
Yeah, Gao, yeah, like, it happened for a while, and then, like, after they got captured, then they immediately went after my people in my cave. I think most of them died. I think 1 or 2 got away, and then the rest of us were captured. So, and I think I'm the only one that's alive from my capture, if I remember right, because the rest died to the experiment, so. It's just me.
What are you gonna do if you get out of here?
Well, I can breathe underwater, so unless you've got a better idea, I'll probably just walk the ocean floor.
Well, just be like a jellyfish, Loki.
We don't have any more space.
I don't think we have space. We'll find space, guys.
Wait, no,
We'll
we
find
have
space.
like extra built-in.
Extra rooms.
Oh
we
yeah.
just made 8 of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
you do have room.
Oh my god.
So yes, we can.
Even bigger crew.
Miss Lady,
great.
what's your name? What's your name? I didn't.
Oh
get
my.
you.
Oh. Hey, wait. What is my name?
My name's
Hey,
Ublex.
So slight problem.
problem.
Good to meet you, Oblex. I don't remember my name because of the testing
Oh.
they've done. My memory is kind of all over the place after what they've done. They've kind of messed up parts of my memory. You know what?
I
You
believe
can just call me, Ooble. Yeah. That's
Ooble?
Yeah,
Ooble.
yeah, Ooble
Ooble.
and Oobleck. Yeah, that works. That works. Or actually, what's the rabbit's name? Okay.
His name's Usagi?
Usagi. Ubelagi. No.
Oh
No.
no, why are you mixing
No.
our names?
Asagi? No. We'll figure something out.
Are you trying to make a ship name for my?
How about I just call you Rosa?
Yeah,
I'll call you
do have a
Rosa.
shi-
Do you like that
yeah,
name?
Rosa. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that works
Rosa.
fine.
Are you trying to Are you trying to make a bizarre portmanteau of me and my new wives?
She's just trying to find a name,
you're
man.
married? Oh, I bet those harringans are so happy. Good for you. Or did you get a tanuki?
Oh.
You're kind of like a mix here.
Well,
Something a little. I'm gonna look very smug. Something a little. Something that's more interesting and better.
More interesting. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. I want to guess. Okay, so something more
Something
interesting.
a bit more exotic.
How, like, from a scale of 1 to exotic to insanely exotic, where in that range are we looking at?
Slightly above exotic.
Okay. So probably not a mind flare, but you're. I'm gonna guess you're a pirate. So but it's not something boring. So it can't be a Haringen. No offense, I'm saying that because Haringen and Haringen, that would be a boring because that's like a common go-to. It can be something that would be like a little bit more on the prey side. I'm gonna guess. She like stares at you and just goes, "You look like a robot fucker."
What?
You look like you would marry a robot. And
Looks lets out a loud ass laugh.
No, I would not. Actually.
too exotic?
Yes.
That's exotic to you.
Okay. Okay. From Chimera.
Oh, that's
not
really
me.
exotic.
No.
No. Okay. So a little bit
not me the
less.
player here, huh?
Okay. No, don't tell me. I really want to guess. Is it an Anglerian? The the anglerfish people, the ones that are known to
No.
like slaughter people for fun. Okay.
No.
Okay, so it's not them. Okay. So that's.
I mean, you said above exotic.
Yeah,
so
give
she's-
me an example. Give me an example. Don't just give me a hint. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Just give me a hint. I've got this.
If they were animals, they would eat me.
Plasmoids can shift into plasmoid? Are you?
No.
Okay.
Just the fucking no.
Okay.
No.
So
Just no.
if they were an animal, they would eat me.
Do you want to tell this poor woman?
A Yeshka?
No, this is fun.
A Yeshka.
Yeshka. They're not
What's
fuzzy.
a again?
Yeshka are the four-armed people. They typically make
no.
their weapons out of bones of their enemies.
Nope.
Okay.
No, they don't have fur.
So,
love
okay, so it
Yeshka.
has fur. It has fur. Okay.
Yeah?
It has fur. Durlas.
No.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
It's actually a good guess.
You're getting a little warmer, I suppose.
Warmer. Are they barbaric?
One of them
Yeah?
is.
Okay. So either it's a really fuzzy, half-braided orc, or it's a gnoll.
I like her.
Now,
You're getting close.
okay, was the gnoll right?
Yes.
Okay, so the other one, is the other one also fuzzy?
Yes.
How exotic is it?
Not particularly.
Okay. Next question. What's
I
their
swear to God,
sexuality
she's
leaning? Because this is a big
What?
thing. Yeah, some races have different leaning more likely. What's their sexuality?
I'm pretty sure she's bi.
Tabaxi.
That's a common thing.
Yeah, no, so like lupins are known to be it's insanely rare for them to not be straight. So lupins are like almost a giveaway, but they're not exotic. So that took like a lot of things out of my way. So I was like, okay, so it's got to be a lupin, a fey corgi, or a tabaxi. Fey corgis are almost always like, in the spectrum most of the time. Sometimes they're straight, but I've rarely run into a straight one. Tabaxis are always like a 50-50, so they're the most likely to be bi half of the time, so just experiences.
Okay.
Alright, well, good to meet you. Okay, so where are we going? We swimming? Or... Do you have gills? Is that something you can afford?
A four.
Afford?
I would rather not have. I would rather not have gills, please.
Okay. The scientists would say otherwise, but okay. And then we're gonna cut off. Lindri and Loki and Kishasha, you guys will be heading back up. As you get to the elevator opens. Alright. Standing there
God.
is that same Grieger. He is seething. I'm just gonna picture of this Grieger at this point, cause like at this point he's here for the long run. You can see this Grieger with these sharp fangs, these like glowing blue eyes, scars near both of his main eyes, black hair, kind of like protruding a hairline, probably due to all the stress he's been through, elvish looking ears, this like, just fish looking blue body. The one thing that image doesn't show is that because Griegers have more than just 2 eyes, he has 8 eyes, so just these 8 eyes looking at you, just seething from the mouth.
Caroline just looks at him and just... God, I wish Mollis were here to deal with this.
You want to help us kill the Navy?
You see it look at you and tilt its head.
He says that in Primordial, because I'm pretty sure they know Primordial, because they're a pretty old race.
Yeah, you see him look at you and just go, kill! I'd fucking love to kill!
Oh dear.
So what makes you different? You see his
set you
neck
free.
is twitching. Okay.
We wanted to set you free. We want to set you and your brothers and sisters free.
Okay.
We want your race not extinct.
Okay.
Because you're needed.
So what's your plan?
Go kill Navy.
Right. Name is Fang. And you see him push past you, and he actually has a weapon now. He took some poor bastard's spear. He pushes past you and waits for you to get out of the elevator, and you see, like, he's covered in blood, and you see him just look to you with that smile and press the button. And that door closes.
Oh. Well.
Kush Store is about to have a mini boss fight.
I'm okay. Have fun, Kush. See you later.
Yeah, I want to be honest.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
It's mini boss versus mini boss.
I feel like that fucking Grieger's at least like level 15. He's hurt and certainly fucking sounds like it.
It's a level 15 versus a level 16. So, yeah.
All the grunts. Nope.
It's literally a thing of like the grunts going like, all right, boot the Project Blade on, boot that robot up. So, it's literally just gonna be the Grieger, aka Fang, and his Grieger friends versus Kush Thor, his robot, and the grunts, while the scientists run for cover.
Okay.
So, you won't know how that goes, but yeah. You guys can leave the base if you want. You have what you came here for.
Oh, good.
Get the fuck out of here now.
All right.
Yeah,
I didn't get a chance to do it because the door already shut. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
It's the thing of like, because of how fast things move and how slow my brain is, I don't get to do half the shit that I think of.
Oh, God. Sorry, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fast thinker like everyone else. My brain moves slowly.
It is what it is. I'm sorry about that, man.
Oh, well.
He will, yeah,
I'm
you guys
used to
can
it.
get back onto your ship, and you can start sailing away. Because is going to drop that invisibility thing, so you aren't
We gotta
wasting any more
leave.
of its fuel.
How many days have passed?
I mean, you guys only spent like half a day at that base, actually, so like...
No, I mean like in total, because I need to like, fucking,
This was the second day of travel, so...
Okay.
You have like, I think 3 more days of travel to get to La Clore.
Okay, and then
No, it was a 3-day travel. Never mind, between Lechlore and Muck. So yeah, you just got one more travel day, and then you'll get to Lechlore.
Neat.
Heck yeah, you guys.
Kirla is going to find Ublex and Usagi
Okay.
to find out what the fuck happened.
Rose is standing there, just behind the two. Hi.
Okay, first off, what happened? Hi.
Ask
Hey.
Ublex.
How are you?
We found a mycelium. Her name is Rosa, and I made illusion magic to make them think there was a ghost in there, and I think it worked, and they freaked the fuck out.
Okay, well, why'd y'all leave?
Because
That doesn't explain why you two left.
I'm a little scared.
I broke out.
the ghost magically compelled us to leave.
But we found a mycelium. I think she's really cool. Should we?
Pleasure to meet you, Rosa.
Can we
I'm
invite her?
Kirla.
Good to meet you, Kirla. Was there an actual ghost? I thought this was just like a fake thing that you made up. I didn't know like there
It was
an
a
actual
fake
ghost.
thing.
Yeah. So wait. So you guys, I think you were magically. I think you just tricked yourself.
Oh,
I think.
You
Yeah. You might
they're
have done
talking
it
about
a
bringing
little
a
too well.
vacuum.
That's
you were frightened by your own illusion?
Because I started to think there was an actual ghost. They said Peter. I was like, what do you mean, Peter? I don't like ghosts, man.
She just looks at Usagi with this look of, and you too?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. I mean, it was
We
great.
were left behind. Right.
Dude. Fucking.
We, on the
scream.
other hand, got something to help us with the fight against Interfeller, as well as the fight against the shit stain
Well, good.
that killed my family.
Tino, what type of gun is this?
Who? What about the gun? Who?
Just the most like Tino, what type of gun is this? Points
just
at
looks
fucking
and just
Kirla's gun.
Oh, that's custom. That is definitely custom. I like that. Gimme.
Something that does necrotic.
You see her just yelling.
Kirilla smacks at Tito's hand, just, no.
But God.
It was given to me
Oh.
so that I can use it against Vamaya.
You should have had me go down there. Then it would have been mine. Nah,
I mean-
it's
Tito,
fair. Yeah.
get back to work.
Okay.
I
I'm on my
mean-
break, but okay.
I mean, I
Then
feel
get
like
back to your break.
Okay. I'll go back to my break. Standing here, doing nothing.
I fucking love Tino and how fucking just
The level of sass that is not deserved.
That's just Tino as a character.
I do not deserve this level of sass.
You refuse to have a gun. And
I mean,
oh,
if you're not using it,
nah, it's been for her. It's been for her. She'll just go, oh, right, yeah, by the way, no, I don't want to give it to you now. I'll give it to Ublex. Ublex, here. And she gives you a bundle of dynamite that she's taped up. Here you go.
Oh. My goodness gracious, thank you.
You're welcome. I actually give things. And then she walks off.
It's meant for a sorceress.
Okay. Understood, boss.
I fucking love just how much sass Tino fucking gives for no fucking reason.
Uncalled for.
You're welcome.
Man, I fuck with Tito heavy. Give me dynamite on dynamite. I don't know what to do with it, but I'll do something.
You do something great. It'll be fine. It's gonna work out wonders. Oh man. Yeah, no, you have the stack of dynamite, so you can add to your inventory 13 dynamite.
13!
She gave you a lot.
Oh my god.
Oh
Wow.
man. But yeah, no, oh dude, I just thought about something. That's actually horrible, because you could just launch it out of your body like a cannon, probably, or like a catapult. Kind of? Maybe?
Lex goes giant size and uses that slime launcher mode,
Yeah. I don't
and
think
then
that's
just
been
launches
used
the
yet.
dynamite.
It
I
just
could
turns
do
into
that.
sticky dynamite
Yeah.
because of the slime.
Oh my god,
Oh,
yeah, no,
hell
that
no.
probably would. Oh man, okay, but yeah.
Sticky dynamite problem. There's 13 dynamite attached to each other. Boom!
Kablooey!
Kablooey! New special attack, there you go, Issa.
That wall is no more.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Opportunity.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. My boy, Bubagi. I don't know why I keep calling
Yes?
him that, I'm sorry, Usagi. Bubagi's a
Fucking-
different character. You know what? Bubagi shows up. You see a version of you show up
What?
that has massive eyes.
What the fuck?
It stares at you.
Vegas!
It
Get rid of it!
disappears.
Still alive?
Huh?
Is Kika still alive?
She's still alive. Speaking of things that aren't alive, you see as... I'm not kidding. You would see as the storms would start to become more violent. And the clouds would become dark.
Oh dear me.
As you would see it begin to rain and thunder. And the
Okay.
waves would become aggressive, as everybody's going to need to roll me survival checks. As a
Oh, great.
storm begins to brew.
18.
Alright. 18. Heck
That's
yeah.
9.
I rolled an 8.
Okay, this is going to be a group survival thing.
Let's see.
21.
Alright, and I'll also roll for... Alright, that's for Gildar, because he's the one at the helm right now. Because Borf is currently doing other things. Or was. She's now helping with sales, but you know. Okay, so y'all did actually manage to roll barely 1 over the DC. With the crew also working to help you guys out. To keep the ship afloat. As these massive waves start basically crashing down onto you guys. Like, there are some points where these waves start reaching on almost tsunami levels of height. As these waves become violent very quick. This would go on for about 30 minutes. And you can feel as if the boat gets swayed from side to side. There's moments where people that are on the lighter side, people like Usagi, where you would almost get lifted off the ground and have to grab onto a guardrail or something so you don't go overboard. Hell, there's even moments where you'd see people like Varara have to literally dig in spikes into the floorboard so she doesn't go toppling over into the water. As it becomes insanely violent, you can see the creatures of the ocean, start freaking out. As you would see mantaboos, which are like flying, manta rays, essentially. They're like flying manta ray monsters. You would see these things begin, jumping out of the ocean and begin flying into the air, like, almost terrified. As they begin freaking out. You would see as, things that are typically in the ravines begin to leave the ravine. You can see, a colossal megalodon begin swimming past at one point. It's that thing of you're seeing a lot of oceanic creatures begin fleeing.
Those are mantaboos.
Yeah, you can send a picture of mantaboos. I can't actually show them on OBS because they're actually drawn by an actual artist, and I don't know the artist, and I'd have to find them, get permission, and so forth, so on. We made those ages ago. Those are probably an actual creature in a game, probably, for all we know, because this was
They're
years and years
so
before we did the podcast. They're adorable little guys, though. But
I'm the one who made the sheet for them.
Yeah. You can see these things begin just panicking almost. And eventually that ocean would die down. It would begin to calm. But even when it has calmed, it feels almost like as if the waves are still not steady. And it just never seems to go away. Like, you were having smooth sailing. A lot of times you guys have actually been pretty lucky with having smooth sailing. You guys haven't had many storms. And when I have rolled for storms, a lot of times they've been, like, really mediocre storms. So, y'all haven't really had to worry too much about these type of problems. But even after it, and for the days on, it will feel as if the ocean is rocky. It just doesn't feel stable anymore. And you would see as Pike would he would just kind of look to the group and go, hey, so, slight problem.
What's up?
I'm not going to be able to cast magic.
Why not?
My god is dead. The god of the ocean has been killed. Because I just felt my link to him shatter. That creates two new problems for us. One, until I can find a new deity that will allow me to cast my magic, I can't heal.
Oh.
Meaning we're down a medic. And two, with him being dead, I don't know if this is for certain, but considering what happened when the last goddess died, from what everybody was telling me, you know, what happened, it's safe to assume there's a shot that the
Guardian.
black feathered serpent is awake. Yeah.
Wait, not another guardian to deal with. Ugh.
Yeah.
Great.
We're not going to be able to do what we did with the last one.
No. Because the ocean would be its domain. Hopefully, if we're lucky, we just don't run into it. Or maybe it'll clash with Revelations. It has, in history's time, clashed with that fire giant that got released by Mollis by accident.
Good job, Mollis.
So
Good
maybe
job.
they'll clash. Ugh. That's not gonna be great. It's probably going to go for whatever is considered the biggest threat in this world. So, there's a few things that I can think of that would be considered that, and I don't know which would be its choice. This is me spitballing. I'm a cleric, I'm not a historian, so take my word with a grain of salt. There's obviously the Revelations, you know, that old titan. That thing's awake. It could maybe go for the owner of the Navy. From what I understand, he's one of the strongest out there. It could go for one of the emperors, maybe. I don't know what else it might. Maybe Gistendor. If we're lucky, maybe we'll kill Gistendor. That would actually be perfect. Oh, but no, because that would mean it's near La Calor. Oh, we don't need that thing near La Calor.
We have enough problems. If we can go after anything not near us, that'd be great.
Yeah. If we run into it, bring me along. I might be able to try and talk with it. Fish to fish. Not a guarantee.
You got it. I'm gonna see if I can communicate with some god and try and help you.
Thank you.
Got a few.
Because
I got a few connections.
Yep. Yep.
I'm sure you can talk to Kikas and see about getting something from her.
Kikas might not live.
As much as I'd love to, she is a good person, but if things don't go as planned, it might be safer for me to go Eldritch. I only say that because as much as, honestly, she would have been my next pick, if we're unlucky and she dies, then that's another god. That's another time where I won't be able to heal you. I can't take that risk. Not as the healer.
Nope. Alright.
Apologies. I'm going to head to
It's
my room
not your
now.
fault.
I need to figure out what I'm going to do.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So, your healer's got to figure out some stuff now. The Purge of the Gods is continuing. It's one of those things where it is kind of a background thing, but is a thing that I will be mentioning throughout the stuff as long as it's going on, because at the end of the day, it's something that impacts the world, so y'all will obviously see changes happen and things begin to shift as things, as this continues, so, yeah.
As everything gets worse.
It's very well. If every god dies, it very well might be the death of all magic, Loki. With some things.
Yeah, it's that thing of, like, magic, because the gods maintain the magic, they balance the magic. For clerics, this is detrimental. It's not
Same
like
thing with
magic
paladins.
Yeah, that too. Well, some paladins I do allow to get their magic by just creating an oath to just, like, protect somebody, like, for the rest of their life, that sort of stuff. But a lot of times it is from gods. The thing that comes with it is that while magic will still sustain even if all the gods are dead, the problem comes into play for clerics and paladins. That is detrimental. That is that is essentially almost devastating. Meaning, it would mean that clerics would have to go to Eldritch gods. And I know that's like, oh, well, that's not that big a problem. That's Eldritch gods. Eldritch gods, I want you to understand this. Yunessa is one of the only ones that doesn't oftentimes ask for, like, it doesn't come with, like, much of a price. Hemilitia and Yunessa are the nice ones, quote unquote. Most Eldritch gods will ask for a lot more. They will have a way tighter leash on their people. Meaning those clerics might not be able to do the things they do to the exact extent. Simply because an Eldritch God went, I don't want you healing that specific person. I don't like them. Removes magic temporarily. Stuff like that. It's that thing of Eldritch Gods aren't exactly a good substitute. They're a emergency substitute, but they should never be just something you go for because you can. So,
I, as player, can think of somebody that he could go to, but I don't know that this Eldritch God exists in this world.
probably not. If it's from If it is
from my world, then no.
His world, then no. There is only one god from Acrid's world that exists in my world, and that's Grandma. And Grandma really doesn't have a foothold in my world quite yet. There's like 2 people that know about Grandma in my world. I'll be honest. So, it's that weird.
I mean, I was gonna say Yuki.
Yeah, she's not in this world.
Damn.
Well, we've run into a Yuki follower.
You've run into a Yuki follower. It's that thing of, like, there's a similar Titan seal. That's how I can kind of... Because the problem with the Yuki Warlock, is that people want to use the Yuki Warlock thing in my world. I want people to still be able to use the thing. It's just that there just has to be a different Titan. A different, like, seal patron for them to get it from. That's all it is. It's just that Yuki specifically is not in this. It's just a different Titan. That's what it boils down to.
Neat.
Yeah.
Just a different Titan seal.
It's just a different Titan seal.
Friendly ass fucking seal. It's like, hello, tequila, so goodbye.
Dude, it's just like the brother. It's just the brother of Yuki.
It's just a slightly older brother. They look like a teenager. They're like the size of a planet.
There's Yuki and there's Yuno. There you go.
I mean, to be fair, it would be
Yeah.
a good bet because the only thing Yuki wants is healing.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh man. But yeah.
Fuck, Yuki's bargains are the most like, you want something, Yuki. Okay, go heal this many times.
Yeah.
Don't
Yuki's
heal
kind of a funny
people
one.
this many times.
Oh yeah.
You get.
But yeah. He is gonna go look for different deities, different gods. He's gotta find someone now. But that is also, unless you guys have anything else you want to do, that is where we're going to end off for today.
Nope.
All right.
I'll just have this as a thing that Loki's going to be trying to reach out to Vilva, or to see if she can help.
All right. So what I'll have you do is that in the next session, just remind me, we're going to have you roll like a phone call check, and we'll see if you can get her on phone.
I mean, I rolled a D20. It's
All
just
right.
sitting here.
All right. Let me know what you got, actually. Just tell me right
I
now.
got a natural 17.
Okay, so you pick up a phone, and that's where we ended off. You'll know your answer, but I know the answer. All right, so thank you all for watching this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit of a ramshackle one today, but I think I liked it. I hope you guys did too. You can find more of the Rum and Harbor campaign up on the Lost Harbor Tavern, up on YouTube and Spotify. You can find more campaigns like this, like the Brothel campaign, Hidden Garden campaigns, and YouTube one-shots, and some other stuff. Why crazy? Where can you find it?
Whoa!
Here, right here. Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, isn't that just crazy? Wow. Also on the Lost Shipyard, you can also find some extra content because Acrid and I can't get enough of D&D. We're little D&D gremlins. We're little goblins. We're little slobs. So we have right now the Monster campaign, which is actually tying in the timeline. They actually had Jaeger die before you guys had Jaeger die. Fun fact. They're a little bit ahead of the timeline. But there's a monster campaign going on. There was also the Sanity campaign and the Duped campaign and the Amnesia campaign over on there. And you can also find this stuff also on Spotify. We are actively getting it caught up. Now that summer's hit, I actually have a lot more time to get it done. Yes! But thank you all for watching this episode. We're going to see you guys in the next time. See ya. Mwah, mwah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I don't know why I said mwah. Ugh.